Hello there, Internet! Version 2 here with Let's Play Batman the Enemy Within. Fuck yeah, it's happening! Alright, we are back in episode 4. We're back at the fun house. Which through our actions that are negligent, we're gonna create some evil clowns. Alright, so we are at the end of... We are, well, not at the end, but we're close to the end of episode 4. What ails you? And we're gonna be a total cunt face to John. Just the biggest asshole. Alright, so let's immediately just fuck with this, cause test your meta. So, I have been informed, and I'm not at all surprised based on the everything about it, that depending on how you treat John here, and you know, it ends with him, and the descriptions and everything, I probably fucked it up again, didn't I? Sick duck. I wonder if it's even possible to get higher. If it was left and right on the analog stick, I could do way better than get up to 6 duck. I want to be a rough customer. Or a large Marge. But I want to be a bad girl, not a good girl. Fuck that. It's Quinzel's thing. So, yeah. Not at all surprised based on how everything was talking about it.
This is Harley's.
There's 2 very, very different episode 5s. So it's apparently not just a case of, oh look, there's slight difference, everything like that. Apparently episode 5 is completely different based on whether you do villain or vigilante Joker, which I'm not at all surprised by, because I don't see how you could do a villain Joker and have it play out the same way in any capacity. Everything feels like it would be different, so not at all surprised. So we are coming back into this to do this.
Broken.
Rah! I'm still expecting it to jump out at me. So, one, being the fact that we're just going back and doing it. Oh, also, just as a total side note, while I'm looking at this here, I have tried to replicate this diamond eyeshadow in real life. It's fucking difficult, but it's really good, and I want to pull off that look eventually because, oh my god, the diamond eyeshadow is amazing. Sorry, just a total side note. So, being that I've had to replay up through episode 4 to get to this point. I've replicated every decision in episode 4 up to this. Fortunately, I didn't have to replay the entire season starting from episode 4. Kept everything the same, which I apparently heard bugs that I didn't apparently hear bugs. I didn't apparently hear. I did hear that apparently restarting an episode can kind of erase your save file. So I copied the save file that we finished with, restarted episode 4. It kept everything the same. So we're all good for the time being. We're just gonna keep it moving. So I've done that. So I've already done episode 4. Don't have to redo everything. I replicated every decision up to this point. Now, because we're gonna take it down a different path, we're gonna take it with villain Joker. I'm still gonna play this going as honest as I want to be as much as possible. Like, I'm not gonna just go, oh, we're going to go for the villain path, so I'm gonna be the biggest arsehole possible. I'm not gonna do that.
Look good, please.
But there are certain decisions that, I'm going to go ahead against what I choose just to see something different, and because of here. Not trusting John here is the obvious one. So, I'm gonna do this entire scene different and just not trust him the entire way. Just to see how it goes differently, and obviously because the outcome of this is gonna be us not trusting him, so we can steer him down the villain path. And yeah. But again, apparently they're completely different episodes anyway, so I wouldn't even have the opportunity to intentionally choose something different. I'm really, really fucking curious to see where the villain path of this game goes, though.
It's not what it looks like.
Because the vigilante path is so fucking good and so fucking strong. I'm curious,
explain.
What's it gonna be the other way around?
And reserve judgment.
So yeah, this is the only part that we're gonna say where it's
what have you done, John?
We're redoing what we've done. And again, I'm just gonna go full not trusting him here, because why not?
What happened?
The outcome is not trusting him, so let's just not trust him every step of the way. Let's be assholes for this one scene where I said I wasn't gonna just be an asshole for no reason.
Looking for her.
It'll go fine.
Start shooting, Bruce. They're supposed to say, hands up.
Also, hey, I've got alcohol for once in a video again. Coke and rum, woo!
They just attacked you.
I tried to talk sense into them.
As I may have mentioned in a couple videos, I've been working a fuckload lately, every single goddamn day. So hey, I have enough money to buy rum at the moment.
Vicious and desperate.
Wait till it's compatible. A captain in the house.
I grabbed the nearest thing and started swinging.
Whee! Swing. Swing better, better. And
think
it's
this
interesting to
is
see
funny?
John before he
I'm
becomes
sorry.
Joker again.
I always laugh when I'm nervous.
Alright, John, let's cast the guilt light on you. I mean, like, again, for the record, I 100% believe him here. Like, especially the way that he acts during the Vigilante path in certain scenes. I very much believe he did this out of self-defense, slash, once he had to start doing self-defense, he got a bit
Wonder
brutal.
what Harlan would think of
But
the
it was
new
like,
color scheme.
something, as he said, something overtaking him in the act of self-defense. I still 100% believe that. I'm just gonna act as if I don't here. Like, I'm gonna take this as a, oh, you executed her in cold blood, even though, no
I
way.
think so. I just grabbed whatever came to
I mean, like,
This woman
shot her in the
has a
back.
gunshot wound.
I still,
In the back.
I'm still saying self-defense because, you know,
Oh,
they
yeah,
came in
it's,
guns blazing.
it's coming back to me now.
Saw it on the TV.
She was going for her partner's gun, and I just went on autopilot. I didn't stop until I was safe. I've just been sitting here in the dark until you came in.
You can be straight with me, John.
Why wouldn't I be telling you the truth? If I hadn't fought them off, I'd be the one lying.
See, like, I straight up believe that, but I'm just gonna act as if I don't.
You believe me?
Apparently
Don't you?
not, because I have to
We
see.
don't have trust. What do we really have? It's the
I can't.
foundation.
Even now, I can't say I don't
Healthy
believe you because I'm not that much of an asshole. I'm just gonna go for
John,
this.
there's more to the story than you're letting on.
What the heck? You're supposed to be on my side.
Yeah, but I already did that.
I guess I'm an idiot for expecting that.
Yeah, even this dialogue's going fairly
What do you
differently now that we don't believe him.
Whatever this is between us, it's off balance. The goodwill only flows one way, and it isn't towards me. You've made that very clear by now.
Yeah, it is off balance, but not the way you're saying. You are the ones surrounded by corpses.
Of course, it's all my fault. Why should Bruce Wayne have to take responsibility for it? You've been using me from the start.
I mean, that is extremely
Police
true, yes.
Have the decency to admit it. The least
Oh, wow.
is
Okay, this is a very
clean
different
about that.
decision.
I'm not stupid, Bruce. Please, please, don't feed me any more lies.
Okay,
Fuck it, let's go.
maybe I have been using you.
Even now, I can't be a total asshole. Even in this scene where I said I
I'm
would
sorry,
be.
John, but there's more at stake here than your feelings.
That's a bit of a dick.
Like Dr. Leland
God, you're a
always
dick,
said,
Bruce. Jeez.
to mean another person's emotions.
Oh, we're fighting now. Okay. Okay. Wow. Wow. Even this goes fairly different.
John?
I know you can fight better than that. What do you need your bats?
Oh, wow. Even the reveal that he knows is different.
Moved.
What?
The Bruce is just like, oh, fuck.
Bruce, the real.
Oh my god, even the echoing. It's so much more sinister
hiding
now.
Behind some kind of mask.
Okay, this line's the same.
Playboy, businessman, criminal, bat.
The word bat is put onto that line of subtitles, but it wasn't before, so the line bat can come out of nowhere. I like that.
You kind of gave it away with the laptop. Then you fell on your own sword to save Patsy. As if I needed more proof.
John, that's ridiculous. I'm the furthest thing from Batman there is.
No, you don't have to keep your mask on anymore, Bruce. Not with me. Oh, are you gonna make me trot out all the evidence?
I mean, there's a lot of it that you would have seen.
How about the vanishing act you pulled at the cafe?
Yeah, see, that's what I knew.
That signal show.
He turned around and looked at it, and he's
You
just
don't
like,
think
oh yeah.
I noticed how obvious that
It was really obvious.
You think you can use that against me? As blackmail?
Oh, I would never. We're two threads in the same stitch.
There it is.
Remember? bound together. Even under strain.
Oh, I love it
What's
so
your
much.
point?
After we raided the agency's convoy, Harley stashed one of their trucks here. And now it's gone. Which means she's getting out of town. Across the Gotham Bridge. Let me help you stop her. I'm not asking for much. Just a little.
So even like I've been a total dick to him this
I
entire
swear.
conversation.
This was self-defense.
He still wants to help and help
One more
stop
time.
Harley. Even
You
when
do
I'm a dick
believe
here.
me, don't you?
They're still giving me this choice
Still
even when I've been a
faith
dick to him about it.
in me,
Wow.
don't you?
He genuinely wants to
Nobody
help, but you can just turn around and throw it right back in his fucking face. Which we're gonna do and I'm gonna regret because this is gonna go bad.
I can't trust you.
Can't or won't. After everything I've done for you.
You've done a lot, and you still want to help here even though I'm not believing in you.
Do what you have to do, old friend. This ditch is broken. We could have done great things together, Batman. But you had to go and ruin it. Harley warned me about you.
This is, yeah.
And now she needs my help.
Oh, okay. She's like, I'm gonna help
She
Harley.
was right. I belong at her side.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, I can see how this is pushing him towards the villain path. His best friend just completely and utterly turns on him. At like one of his most dire moments
Alfred,
that he's
I lost
ever had,
John.
and when he's
Something
trying
tells
to
me
do
he'll
the
be
right
going
thing,
right back to
his
Harley.
best friend just
Anything I can do.
completely
Give your
turns on him.
surveillance feed to
Yeah,
the
no
Gotham
wonder
Bridge.
he's going down the villain
Harley's
path
trying
with
to get
this
out
one.
of the city
Holy
with a
shit.
virus and a truck full of explosives. I'll need to suit up to stop her.
Oh, so we're showing up to the bridge as Batman too. Okay. Interesting. And I'm drinking all this. I'm gonna finish it before episode 5 even fucking starts. It's maybe a bit of a longer episode because I'm doing the end of this tied with that. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, again, I didn't trust him, and I wasn't 100% a dick to him in that scene, but I still didn't trust him a lot of the way, and he still turned around and said, I want to help do the right thing. Let me help you. Just trust me. And you can, and like, so it's not just a case of him just going further and further ways. It's like, he constantly tries to help, and then you throw it back in his face. Yeah, no wonder this goes to
Reports say
villain
she's
path.
threatening to set off explosives unless her demands are met. More as it comes in.
So you know that whole idea that I was saying about how, Batman creates the villains and like makes things worse with his existence. I have a feeling the way this is gonna go is by proving that to a much bigger extent than the other one, by just showing how fucking bad it can get.
Far away.
Like if we're making him a villain.
This standoff looks like it's just begun.
This is the music that plays at the end of a
Harley looks
chapter.
cornered.
That makes her more dangerous than ever.
And yeah, in this sense, it's completely different as well. All right,
I see Harley's truck, Alfred.
where
I
is
can
she?
drop straight onto the cab, take her out before she has a chance to detonate the C4.
Oh, she's in the truck this
There
time
are
around.
civilians.
Interesting. Snake
No
up.
time to waste.
Like she's even in the truck. This is just completely different then. Oh, fun. Hey, Holly, what's up? She saw me. Our sneaking plan didn't help very much.
Give yourself up, Harley. It's the only way you're getting out of this alive. Waller's agents have orders. Shoot to kill.
I got a virus in my pocket and C4 in the truck. This is a dead man's switch. My finger comes off it like if I'm shot or something. Everything goes boom.
I mean, you
tell
weren't
him I want
holding
the
that when you held the
vials
hammer.
of Riddler's blood, or I'm gonna blow this freaking bridge to hell, and everyone on it. What's it gonna be, Bats? Doesn't seem like we got a lot of time.
One way or the other, this is the end of the road, Harley. You're surrounded.
Don't be so sure, Bats. There's always a way out.
I see you found Miss Quinn. My people will take it from here.
Dumb.
Stand aside, and we can all go on our merry way. She's mine now.
You're escalating
This is
this
a volatile
already.
situation, and you're not helping.
You can't reason with a mind like hers.
I mean,
The only thing she understands is brute force.
she has a dead
All
man
you
switch.
can shut your damn pie holes. I want Ridless blood. Right freaking now. Or everyone here goes boom.
Your threats are well and good, but I don't have it.
Don't try and play me, lady. Your people took it from the subway.
We took it, but someone destroyed it against my will. Someone on my team.
That did happen.
It's gone. Whatever serum you thought you could make, it's off the table.
It ain't true. It can't be.
It is true.
She's
Disarm the dead.
kind of close
and
to
put
believing
your
it
hands
here.
behind your head.
She's close
The
to
hell I will! This is my show, and I'm the one.
detonator. Oh fuck! Hi, John. I guess. Oh god, there's the bombs. We didn't even get it. Hello. Hi.
The hell you doing here?
I came for you, Harley. I need you. Like a joke needs a punchline.
The joke
Maggots
already.
need meat.
What are you doing? They'll kill us.
Oh, he's just full. He's already gone.
I'm going to kill them.
Oh wow, he's. Oh yeah, this is villain, all right.
It's gonna be a blast.
Freeze!
She seems unsure about it.
You didn't think this through, did you? You blow the bridge, you both die.
You say you're all about justice.
Oh, there. Yeah, we're still going back to the justice thing.
Is a joke.
Straight up admitting it.
Tell me what's just about my life. I lost half of it in an asylum to a sickness I couldn't control.
Oh, we're getting more backstory. Whoa. Okay.
But now I'm in control.
Everybody, pull back!
And there it goes. Fuck. There's way more bombs around this time. I think Joker brought more of them with him in the truck. Bystander! 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 And the other ones are dead. Officer! By agency people. Sorry, I guess. Agency member dead? Yeah. Oh, okay. So people... Okay, so last time I don't think people died with the bridge explosion. It seems like multiple people would have died this time. And Harley gets away with him, I
Into
guess?
everything. Instead, you made me into this.
Yeah, we really did.
That was beautiful, Mr. J.
Mr. J, there it
I
is.
always knew you'd do great things.
So she's with him for this part.
Moment to
Okay.
cherish, Harley.
And the red goes on his lips from the lipstick. He always gets the red on his lips when he loses his mind entirely. It happens like right at the end of the Vigilante path when he kills the agency members in the Ace Chemicals and it splashes onto his face. It happens before episode 5 even starts here with Harley's lipstick. Nice thematic touch there. That's really nice. That's a nice, like, thematic way of connecting that. Oh, wow, okay. There's his design there. You and 35.7% of players set John down the path of being a villain. Despondent in Subway appreciated you let him try and find Ali by himself. You have broken John's trust, and he has sworn to become your mortal enemy. Alright, then. So, I mean, like, already before we even get into the final one, we got a little bit more backstory there. I mean, like, we knew it. But he understands it and knows it. It's like, straight up says justice is a joke, which is what I was saying for the Vigilante part. And he just straight up admits that in this one. Where, like, he straight up says it before it even all kicks off. And what's just about my life? I lost half of it in an asylum to an illness I couldn't control. So he knows that he has, like, some form of mental thing that makes him the way that he is, and he can't control it, and the people in the asylum have not really helped him that much. I mean, they do say that he's one of the best acting patients, and they do eventually let him out, so he was kind of being helped, but then he was, like, let into a society where there was no sport and anything, falls in with criminals, Batman does the Batman shit and everything from there happens. So it's still a case of like, even if the asylum did eventually help him, which by helping them eventually, most of it he was locked in there for, to the point where no one could actually remember why he's in there or anything. And then once he gets out, the system still fails him and lets this all happen. Reflective, that one should be the same. Dismissive. I like how we've gone to the villain path, and Waller's still pissed at us at the end of this episode. She was dismissive when you refused to stand aside on the bridge. I mean, none of us helped there. Although I don't know how much we could have stopped that, given the fact that Joker came with a truck. I mean, I could have stopped that by, you know, trusting him and everything, but well. Gratified, that's same as before, that shouldn't be different. Proud, that shouldn't be different. And, yep, so that, yeah, all these should be the same, yeah. Like, those will all be the same. So, outside of the villain aspect of it. Ooh, okay. And yeah, as I said, the thematic touch of he gets the red on his lips when he's completely lost it and he's gone completely down the path of... Hard for me to be redeemed by this point. I've turned into the killer. This is now happening. And it happens right at the end of episode, of the Vigilante episode, when he kills the agents. And it happens before episode 5 even starts if he goes down the villain path. I mean, you can see here, that's what this image is. He's wiping the red across his lips to signify the final step of the transformation. It's just the final step of the transformation happens way earlier, which makes more sense because it's the Vigilante path. He still has moments of just like, I want to help, I want to help, I want to help. At the end realizes, I can't, all this is bullshit. Where in this, he's just like, nah, fuck the concept of even helping. I don't want to, justice is bullshit. Fuck you, I'm gonna make you pay for it. So he gets the red on his lips way earlier. Nice thematic touch. Fucking, like a strong, tiny little detail that shows the, that like is a big signifier of the big difference between the two paths. And people actually died on the bridge this time around. Way more bombs blew off. He drove the truck in. Harley's with him now. And yeah, people actually died on the bridge this time. So our effects of like not trusting him and turning him into the villain that he is now becoming, already having effects on people dying. Because people didn't die on the bridge last time. It blew up and then he ran away. Like, we did not get a choice to save anyone in the other one, because I don't think anyone was actually dying. He just caused the explosion to get away and to make a fucking statement. Still starting with the phone call? Interesting.
Bruce!
He's still calling
How are
us.
you? My very best buddy. My old pal.
Immediately being a smart. Hey, Harley.
What's it been? I don't know. 3 weeks.
It's been longer this time. Last time I said it was a week or 2 weeks.
Last time I laid eyes on you.
So it's been longer for this one.
Oh, yeah. You didn't believe me when I told you I killed those agents in self-defense. It really cleared something up for me. Because
All the
friends
diamonds.
trust each other. So, I guess we know what you aren't. Harley and I have the virus, and if we're anything, we're sharers.
Oh, God.
Just too fun to keep to ourselves. So picture how it hit you when you lost those few dozen people on the bridge.
How many people died on the
Now
bridge?
think about all of Gotham.
Jesus.
Maybe then you'll know what it feels like when a friendship dies.
Yeah, so, while the other episode, like had a big point of, like, Batman being a hypocrite and everything like that. Oh, so glad. Of Batman being a hypocrite and everything, and, like, how he creates the problems. Yeah, this episode is going to be how bad those can get. Okay, what's happening here? These are different cops here, and they all look
Over here.
like
What
they're
happened?
poisoned.
You need to see it. He's down that way. We're trying to help him, but
What's happening? Well, yeah, this episode will just show to the, like, to what extent Batman's mistakes can make things way worse. Okay, they're throwing up. How fucking bad is it? How bad is this if they're throwing up?
That's familiar.
Get well soon. Is this the alleyway that we like healed our arm in the other chapter? In the other one? Well, that's a lot of blood. Still alive? Well, that's brutal. Okay, and a bot. Jeez! Be gentle or I'll pop.
We managed to save him from bleeding out.
Holy shit, this is incredibly vicious.
We think it's some kind of booby trap. Until we get someone here with an X-ray, we can't risk moving him.
Let me see what I can find.
Holy fuck! We're just immediately starting with it being incredibly
Can't cut him
vicious.
down until I'm sure this isn't some kind of trap. Dilated pupils. Signs of head trauma.
I'm worried about that bow, like, being implanted into his head with something.
Can you tell me what happened?
I don't know. My stomach, it hurts like hell.
Oh, that's worrying.
What's happened in Gotham lately? I'm not taking any chances.
Something's buried beneath the skin.
That's fucked up. Alright, so... We're going, like, full on just, what's it called? Dark Knight jail scene on this.
Shrapnel. It's an old wound.
Oh.
Some kind of device.
Pacemaker.
Pacemaker.
Yeah. Based on the position. Metal object.
Just change in his pocket.
There's a lot of bullshit here. And yeah, what about the big fucking box in his stomach though? I'm pretty sure that's not normal. Well, that's not great!
Get these people back. It could be a bomb.
We need to clear the area!
Go, 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 go!
Oh God! Oh God!
Oh, this is fucked up!
No!
Alright, we're going like Saw combined with... Oh, God!
Oh, Jesus!
Oh, dear God! Go! Go, Montoya! Oh, this is fucked up! Oh, this is so fucked up! Oh, dear God! Okay! Fucking villainous thing established! It wasn't even a bomb. But if that
It's
went...
safe to cut him down.
But if that went off while he was up there,
We're
it probably
past
still would have
the
been...
sick punchline.
God, okay. Fucking severity established. Christ. God. Jesus. Yeah, a lot more people are gonna die in the villain path.
Guess this is the world we live in now.
Hey, Gordon.
Turns your stomach.
A little.
Jim,
Still on that side of the police line, eh? And do they know you're the type of guy who warns criminals about GCPD stings? You're lucky I can't do anything about it. Waller canned me. Right in front of that lowlife Wayne. You remember him? The guy you didn't bring in for me? So I
'Cause
had
you
to
were
try to
wrong.
do it myself. That's when she pulled the trigger.
And you were wrong for
she
that, but I mean...
overstepped. You shouldn't have been fired.
Which I agree
Well,
with
that's
that.
one thing we can agree on. You treat her like you treated me. She'll come after you, too. Just a friendly warning.
Vitals are
I
dropping.
mean, you went after Catwoman because you wanted to get at me, not because you wanted to try and stop someone.
Jesus.
And you went after Bruce because your ego
This
was hurt,
time
not because
off,
you wanted to try and
it's
do
given me
something.
some time to think. Back in the day, it was only the gangsters you had to worry about. Now, cops are cut open and filled with carnival toys. Makes you wonder. How'd we get here? I look around, the streets are the same. The only real difference is Batman.
They're being a lot more clear about it too. This is
This
like
is just one ex-cop's opinion, but these freaks came out of the woodwork because of you. You gave them the target. You set the bar. And just look at the results.
they're being way
You're
more
right,
like
Jim.
just like
Hard to argue when you look at Bullock. With me as Gotham's guardian, criminals have to adapt or perish. Maybe I underestimated their resilience.
Maybe. If you put half as much thought into your actions as you do with your costume, maybe we wouldn't be in this mess.
You're very right about that, at least.
No, maybe I'm the dinosaur here. All the good people, we're the ones going extinct. This John Doe guy probably won't stop until you're dead. Try not to take the rest of us with you.
He is pissed. He's fucking pissed. Jeez.
Batman, Bullock's asking for you.
So, like, with just immediately, like, people dying in the other one, John just saying, I'm like this because of you. How fucked up this is, that conversation. They're being a lot more clear. That is bad. It's like, yeah, it's this bad because of you.
See what they were doing.
Easy, Bullock.
You gotta talk yourself.
I gotta tell you what I saw. They picked up a drop.
Was John Doe with them?
They left a box. Oh, goddamn freaks.
Another trap? Like, the last episode had a lot more about, like, Batman's hypocrisy, how he's so similar to the other power structures, how the power structures, like, create the problems, how none of them really stand for justice. And this, yeah, it's going very much for the concept of when Batman fucks up, this is how bad it can get. And it is his fault. Like, it's being way more blunt over the head because the stakes are way higher, it seems. Yeah, examine it before we open it. Make
No
sure it's
sign
safe.
of explosives.
Look at all
Should
the
be
blood
safe
in
to
our face
open.
from Bullock. Ugh. So what's in here? Carny guns and gas mask and fake
Plastic
flowers.
flowers. He thinks this is all a joke.
You're using that term joke already. I mean, you
Gas
said that on the
masks.
bridge.
What kind of attack is he planning?
Well, I mean, he has the virus. We saw how that got synthesized into a gas when it affected Freeze, so I mean...
Automatic weapons. They're heavily armed.
And painted. There's a lot of paint on this one. Like, when he was in the Vigilante path, he had his buddies from the bar. Based on the people that were there and cut him open and everything, I wonder if he has more people this time around. Like, that's a lot more guns than just out shipping order.
Authorized by Wayne Enterprises.
What the fuck? What?
And signed for by Chairwoman Regina Zellerbach.
What the fuck?
Regina can't
What?
come to the
Wait,
phone right
what
now.
the fuck?
This is her
Wait,
assistant.
what
This
the
is
hell?
Bruce Wayne.
Oh, hello.
Tell Regina I need to speak to her. I'll be there shortly.
I'll let her know. Thank you.
What the fuck? Regina signing shit? What's happening? What? Also, I like the transition from the bat suit to the bat thing there. The symbol, like it had a kind of a dramatic, quick zoom in, like, what's that zoom where it, like, zooms really close on one and then zooms, like, out from the other one, but in reverse? I don't know the name of it, but it did that for the transition to that. It was maybe a bit too quick for it to not feel jarring, but still a cool idea. I dig it. Yeah, they're being a lot more obvious with the idea of it's like, hey, Batman, guess what? You fucked up. Look what you've done. Look at the people that are dying. Look at the horrors that are happening. Where Vigilante 1 got more into the mentality behind it and how it's a thing. This is already dealing a lot more with the fact that this is the consequences of it. Two sides of the idea.
Share prices have been holding steady despite the events of the last few days.
Like the thematics
Who knows
of
how long that
what,
will last.
like the thematics
once
of
word gets out.
Oh.
Our CEO brought known terrorists into the building. A security guard was injured. He's looking to sue the company. We won't be able to keep a lid on this. We have to take measures to protect.
You gonna kick me out again?
Speak of the devil. We were just talking about you and your prospective clients, Bruce.
Yeah, I gathered that. Ma'am, he's here.
Oh, well, that's not great. That's not the dude in the background.
You had to know.
Talking
it
on an
might
earpiece.
come to
That's not
this.
great.
Your connection to these fellows,
Hey, look, that was Thomas.
whatever it
I think
is,
Thomas was on there.
it could ruin the company. You have left me with no choice.
I can just try to say I'm working undercover. That makes sense.
That picture. It's not what it looks like. I'm sorry I couldn't tell you about it sooner, but I was helping the feds.
Do you have proof of this? If the guard takes us to court.
Of course.
Waller should back me up on this. She fucking made me do it.
But there is something we have to talk about.
What the hell is
It
this?
appears to be signed by you.
What is this? Automatic weapons? Grenades? Bruce, truly, I never signed this. I've never even heard of this.
Oh, that's not good.
Bruce?
Start talking!
A priest, a rabbi, and a CEO walk into a boardroom.
That's not how the joke
Priest
goes.
says, it's a trap. The rabbi says, Joker tricked us.
No, there's the name.
The CEO doesn't say anything. Cause he's dead!
Yeah, he's got more people around this time. Well, fucking Christ. God. People are gonna die a lot in this, aren't they? Fuck!
Did somebody call for backup?
Hi, Harley. Throw a chair. Yeah.
Eyes on me, Brucey. If you care one iota for these suits, you'll stand down. I mean it. Get those hands where I can see them.
I can't take her and multiple armed guards without the bat
Please,
suit.
Harley, don't.
Smart move. Nice work, Kent. You're really moving up the career ladder.
What do you want?
Thank you oh so very much for asking, Regina.
Hi again.
What do you think I want, sweet cheeks?
The serum is gone, Harley. It's over.
Ain't over till it's over.
I love how this scene starts with like Bruce bringing the Joker and Harley in, and them just being like, "Look at this," and then it's like, "Hey, look, they're coming back in." It's like, "Hey, he is causing his own problems."
Joker!
Oh, we're getting a full-on introduction here. Listen to the music. Oh my god. Oh, he looks like Harley's, but purple, and he suits like a mid-90s bus scene.
Is now called to order.
Oh, wow, okay. You're a lot more polished and cleaned up in your villain path than your vigilante one. And it's still a bit erratic, but your makeup and hair and everything is actually, like,
to see you again.
Well put together as opposed to not.
Bruce,
You learned from Harley.
Put her there! It's just a handshake.
We know you have the electric hand buzzer. We saw it in the vigilante path.
Well, no need to be rude.
Yeah, he hates that.
Surely someone else.
Like half of his shirt is tucked in.
If they know what's good for them.
Yeah, his outfit's a lot cleaner this time around.
What? That was shocking. You get it?
Still a fan of the jokes.
Bruce, it's been too long.
So,
just finishing up a grand tour of this delightful city. Visited some of our old haunts along the way. But this, Bruce, this has got to be my favorite.
Man, we really have sent him off the deep end.
Always said I'd make it to the top one day.
He found himself and he gained a lot of confidence doing
it. Come true. I gotta thank you for the inspiration. You told me if I just work hard and keep my head down, I could run a place like this.
Hard work, look what you got you.
Turns out.
Nice costume, John.
Joker now. And this isn't a costume, Bruce. This is me. Unlike that thing you're wearing.
Is he missing an eyebrow?
You and I both know that's not your suit.
No. Is he missing an eyebrow?
Executive order.
Well, that's not great.
You remember that pesky virus, don't you, Bruce? We found a way to make more of it. A whole lot more.
The gas masks. Alright. Well, this isn't great. I mean... Oh, fuck. Forcing a mask onto...
You know me so.
Oh. Fuck. There's nothing we can actually do. There's nothing we can do! It's giving me control, but there's nothing I can do.
Don't! You thought Riddler was bad? Penguin, Lady Arkham. None of them knew you like I do. I
just how to press those buttons.
Fuck. Jesus Christ! Sorry, Regina! And everyone else in
See
here.
that little but very powerful bomb right there, Gotham? We got 100 more where that came from. Planted all around the city where you'll never find them. Except for the ones I'm setting off now.
Fucking Christ!
The neighborhood police force a list of demands.
I guess.
First and foremost, Batman's head on a pike.
What is the death toll up to already for this episode?
I love her.
You got 24 hours to make good. So chop chop.
She's something else, isn't she? All those demands. I've only got one. Stop me, Bruce.
Oh my god.
Be my best enemy.
Jesus.
Be the man I need you to be. I will destroy you! So that's a yes!
Oh,
okay.
Little canary.
Who can? What the hell?
Off that ladder. Keep the masks on. No survivors. Too bad. You done catching up, Mr. J? Place is, starting to stink.
So what is the death toll up to?
We are
like how many bombs? Like this is a room of like what? 15 people, and how many of those bombs already went off?
Till next time, Brucey.
This episode is making a lot more explicit about just like the severity of our mistakes. This is so many people dead already.
Bruce, wake up.
Hi, Tiffany. Oh, you got a gas mask too. Did they put it on you, or did you find it? Because like they know you're a
Harley
thing.
are gone. Cops are on their way.
Like Regina's dead.
Let's just get to the lab.
Like someone who's been in here for look at. Why do they have Oswald's picture still up?
Tiffany, don't.
Why is Oswald's picture still up? Fuck. Oh, it wasn't just that room, was it? Oh. Fuck. Okay, so if it's the building, the death toll's up to what? Hundreds? Plus the other buildings?
Me pretty good. Just gotta get to the elevator.
Fuck.
Oh my god. James from accounting?
Jesus Christ. I was thinking it was just the room.
Oh god.
It may be the entire building.
Bruce!
Okay.
So, yeah, like, consequence of our failures extremely fucking established. This is what happens when Batman exists. This is what happens when he fucks up. This is what happens when he does what he does. This is how bad things can get. Everything in the vigilante path about how, like, Batman's existence can make things worse. I think this episode's going for a worst case scenario of that idea. The vigilante path made the point that Batman makes things bad. This is demonstrating just how bad. And it keeps going further. Like I said that before on the bridge when people died there. Then the cop got open. And now like hundreds of people are dead. Like that is hundreds, right? There was like, assuming it's this whole building. Plus the other buildings. Even if it was only the top of the other buildings where we saw the guy. Like that's still got to be in the hundreds, right? Fuck. Holy shit.
Let me help.
Oh, I've got it.
Computer, on.
God, fuck.
All those bodies.
There's a lot.
I'll never get that image out of my head.
It would be impossible to. As
Regina?
That's what on there.
She didn't deserve that.
Toughen up. Wow.
None of them did.
I'm sorry, Tiffany. Sorry you had to see that.
I'll be all right.
Are you sure?
I have to be.
That'd be traumatizing for anyone to see.
Oh, thank God. I saw the news. Tiffany, are you all right?
A little shaken, but yeah.
A little.
I'll be okay.
Al, sit rep on the areas impacted by the bombs.
I'm on it. Joker and Harley are using the attacks to cover their escape. The authorities have no leads on where they've gone.
Harley said they planted bombs throughout the city. I got a piece of fabric off of John. Could give us an idea of where he's been.
When we tried to grab him?
Let's see what we can learn from this thing.
Right.
Alright, let's chuck that in there. Fuck.
Analysis, trace elements, anything recent.
It's chaos, Bruce. Bringing up drone coverage on the blast sites now. The bombs have an explosive component in addition to the chemical payload.
So it's different to what
disperses
was just
the
here.
virus across a larger area.
So it wasn't just like... Oh my god, this is so many.
There were multiple explosions along Mercy Street
That's
Station.
the station that Lady Arkham tried to attack in the first one, right?
General Hospital at the center. They're estimating the death toll at...
We have to stay calm now.
Jesus Christ. So how... Oh my god. Okay, so you know that description at the beginning of the same Stitch thing, talking about how, like, Bruce has to, like, deal with something that threatens to bring Gotham's to its knees? It was referring to the villain path, not the vigilante path. Like, the vigilante path is a total of how many deaths? I think it's 8 when the bombs go off on the top of the building and the 3 people, at Ace Chemicals. Which, like, still shouldn't have happened, and it's still Bruce's fault for, like, pushing Joker down that path to the extent where that happens, plus all the other power structures that lead to all of that, like agency, police, and everything like that, and like all of those things. This is a magnitude of dozens times over.
One of the bombs detonated on Gotham Bridge, the primary route out of the city. People, they succumbed to the virus as they were driving.
Authorities have shut down the east side and peninsula bridges.
For now, there is no way out of Gotham by car.
So everyone's trapped here while more bombs go off.
They've closed off the docks.
It seems they had to. No one is sure how long the fallout will take to dissipate.
That cargo ship, was it...
Operational? Unfortunately, yes. Everyone aboard was dead within seconds.
Holy shit.
At this rate, it seems as if nothing can stop them.
Maybe. But Joker hasn't told Harley my identity. If he had, she would have taken my head off back there.
Perhaps their partnership isn't as stable as they'd like us to believe. He's keeping secrets from her. At least for a time.
He's protecting me. He wants me to stop him. He wants us to fight.
Joker might be trying to protect me from Harley. He has a kind of twisted affection for me.
But will that be enough to protect you from this plan of theirs?
This is insane.
A
We
little.
have to shut them down before they burn this city to the ground.
I mean, this is the start.
A number of foreign particles have been detected on the fabric. Traces of pollen, wax, and wine.
That doesn't give us much to work with.
Well, you'd be surprised. Joker said he visited some of our old haunts.
It appears that he blames you for what he has become.
He's
if he
100% right.
The memories of your time together, it will be with more of these chemical bombs.
And you think you can cross-reference those places with...
With the elements found on the fabric, yes.
Huh. That's some hunch.
Sometimes a hunch is all a detective has.
We're gonna try. We're at the fun house. I
It's where I found him, surrounded by
I don't think
agents.
this is a place that he has fond memories of us together, so... Click on objects that may include wax, wine, or pollen. Oh, okay, so it just... Okay, well that's wax from the candelabra. Oh.
No trace of wax. The candles in the funhouse are all fake.
Invalid location, okay.
Nothing here I'm looking for.
Okay, so we're going to, like, to all the places still in this. Okay, Cafe Triste.
The cafe where John opened up to me. He wanted advice on Harley.
Where he found out I was Batman.
Feels like so long ago now.
Bleep.
Oh, Cafe Triste doesn't have a liquor license. No wine here.
So not here.
Location's not a good fit. I gotta move on.
Okay. What do we got? The stacked deck.
John used to run therapy circles at the stacked deck.
And there'd be a shitload of booze here.
Followers.
Beep. Okay. Wine. Hey.
There's plenty of wine here.
Boop. Oh, found one. All right. What else we got? We got cleaning rag.
Polish on the rag contains some wax, but that seems like a stretch.
Oh, okay. Okay. We're not even gonna look for.
I need to search elsewhere.
And what do we got?
Divinity
Oh no, that would
Church.
make sense.
John managed to track
Candles,
me here after he got out of Arkham.
Communion wafers. No, not the blood of Christ thing. What was the other thing? I don't even remember what the
Those
other one
candles
was.
look recently burned.
I remember the wax and the alcohol. What was the other thing? Pollen. Would they be pollen? Oh, I guess the wreath. Yay, the wreath.
Traces of pollen are coming from the flowers along the altar.
Boop. Hey. A bomb in a church. Oh, okay. Fucking cool. Oh, the chalice. The chalice will be the wine.
Communion wine. Could be a match.
Setting off the bomb at the church.
Divinity.
Fuck. That sick bastard.
People are afraid. They'll be looking for solace.
The church will be full. Harley and Joker knew this when they planted the bomb. Al, contact the agency. Tell them where I'm headed.
Right away. Stay alert. Gotham is in a state of panic.
A little. I mean, like, it's not to the same extent as, like, the Cloudburst and the City of Fear. But there's a lot more people in the city right now than during the City of Fear, so I mean, could be a lot worse. I mean, the whole concept of the City of Fear I still stand by was a bit weird, because it's just like, look, I managed to...
How can you go out there again? After what just happened?
How do I
saw
not?
Those people get massacred. And that's just the start.
So it doesn't happen
I'm doing
again.
this for the good of Gotham. To stop things like this from happening again.
But they don't stop. They never do.
That doesn't mean we quit.
Then let me help you. Take
I mean,
my drone with you.
It's because of us
You
that
can
this
help
is
me fight Bob.
happening, Batman.
Thanks.
Yeah, the City of Fear still didn't quite make sense. Look,
GCPD
I managed to
and the agency are
evacuate an
slammed with
entire
everything
city
attacked.
before I
You'll be
set off
fighting on
this
your own.
massive terrorist
I'm
attack.
never alone.
Look at how you failed the city, Batman.
I've always had someone watching over me.
I mean, honestly, the death toll in this may have already overtaken the City of Fear. Aww. Tiffany, fully replacing her dad's role this time around, as opposed to being kind of like our Robin.
For information on the whereabouts of Harley
She's now our
and a man calling himself Joker after a
Lucius.
string of biochemical attacks across Gotham. Footage of the suspects was
driving the
released from
Batmobile right in open
inside Wayne
daylight, yeah.
Enterprises just moments ago. Warning, what you are about to hear may be disturbing for some
Don't
listeners.
play the voices of people dying. Oh, it's that one, okay.
Batman.
Thank God. I wanted to talk to you about Harley's demands. Portraits of her and Joker painted on City Hall. The brain of Riddler's killer. And my personal favorite. All agency operatives must leave Gotham within the next 24 hours. Except for Amanda Waller. Will be shot out of a cannon at the stroke of midnight. know these maniacs better than anyone.
Better find a cannon.
We need to figure out a plan before this gets any worse.
I'm not gonna say that this is way too serious for jokes.
I could use your perspective.
Stall for time. Give in to some of their lighter demands. Keep them busy.
I consider that possibility myself. Not sure if it'll work, but right now we have to take what we can get.
If we can stall time, then we can do stuff, hopefully.
I've got a lead
And cause
on
car
another bomb.
accidents.
They may have planted one in Divinity Church.
I'll do what I can, but I'm stretched thin. Those clowns hit one of my transports, and there's unrest forming across the city because of their demands. Asking for us by name. It's designed to turn the city against us.
To get the citizens trying to attack them.
People might just throw us to the wolves to save themselves. I'm starting to wonder if there's a damn thing we can do about it.
This is bigger than us, Waller. It doesn't matter what the people of Gotham think. It's our responsibility to save them.
I'm not letting anything happen to this city, Batman. I fought too hard for too long to let a couple of clowns break me. I'm sending one of my agents to the church now.
Like,
an EOD specialist will be
there's a
close
lot
behind.
less focus on the agency being corrupt in this, because it's a lot more our fault this time
Good
around.
luck, Batman. Waller out.
Where in Vigilante, it's very much the agency fucked up and caused a lot of problems, and Joker blames them for it, especially because of what happened with the bridge with Waller trying to execute him, and then he just ends up realizing, wait, Batman's no fucking different. Where in this, we're kind of just like, no, let's work with the agency as much as possible because the city is under the threat of one of the biggest terrorist attacks that's ever happened.
Gotham is under siege from all sides.
So let's not focus on how the agency have caused this, because, you know, this is Batman's fault entirely.
Everyone out!
There's a bomb here.
What the? Oh, get out of my way!
Please, everyone, calm down.
There's a bomb.
I said out. That includes you.
Tell them there's a bomb? Or would that just make them panic more?
That's
Hey,
one way
Amon.
to clear the place.
Avesta.
Batman. Waller sent me to assist.
You are stretched thin. There's one person here.
New toy?
Something like that.
I've calibrated my
Tiffany
drone
always
scan
gets
for
this
traces
thing
of the
coming.
virus.
Yeah.
You can take the controls while I analyze the data.
Gas masks.
How do you put one on? Oh, nice.
I'll make sure
that
no
looks
one else
fucking
tries to come
slick.
Let's get started.
God, that looks
Sinking
slick.
now.
Like a unique model for his face that we only get now. Okay. Anything at the entrance?
Trace. Unlikely the bomb is here.
All right. Okay. Hey, it's like the thing that we had at the very beginning of the game.
Cubes?
And like a couple times in the first season.
Scan the lector.
Like this feels underused. This.
Some traces. Not enough for a bomb.
Just the flying around in a drone and analyzing everything. Like it happened with like Maury and Riddler at the beginning. Didn't happen here. Like, and it has. I think this is the only other time it's happened. I mean, we did it with the Skyline Club in the first season. I feel like we did it once or twice more other than that. Just like analyze an area, but that was usually to like pre-plan attacks. Which the whole pre-planning of attack, of action scenes didn't really happen in this one. Like just a couple different gameplay differences. Kind of noticing. You know, while this fucking bomb is here, this is
5-block radius.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Find a way to disarm
C4 and then 2 of the
See the
canisters.
internal components.
Here goes.
X-ray specs. Okay, so what do we got? We got
Harley said 24 hours.
There are no numbers on the timer. Was she telling the truth?
You could just go.
This bomb has a signal receiver. It can be detonated remotely.
Well, that's not good. All right, what do we got here?
Looks in sync with the timer.
And then we got teeth.
I can see wires.
Let's get a better look.
Access the wires. Open the mouth. It's fighting us. Well, that's not great.
Damn it.
Oh, cool. It knows we're trying to deactivate it, so it's... Oh, and it's going to try and cut off our fingers.
Cutting it should prevent the bomb from going off.
Activating electromagnetic imaging.
Well, this is not good. We kind of just made this work. Okay.
A fail-safe. If I cut this wire, it'll activate the bomb.
So not that one. Got it. Okay. Where's the timer? That's the timer, I think.
The timer.
That's the one.
Oh yeah, the other one. Oh, Okay, choose one to cut. This one. Okay, cut the yellow wire. Okay. Cut the yellow wire. There we go. Yay, we saved the day. No, oh. You motherfuckers. You put in a celebrate. Oh. Swearing and Farsi. Appropriate. We did it! It's fucking terrifying, but we did it!
Getting some strange readings off the bomb. I'll do a more thorough analysis and let you know what I find.
Is it still able to go off because of the remote detonation? Have a blast. This is appropriate. When John met us here, it was at the funeral and he gave us a card. Appropriate. Hope you're having a blast. I certainly had a gas throwing this little joke together for you. Fingers crossed that it doesn't bomb. That would really boom me out. My God.
What's that?
It's a joke.
Love your best enemy. This is all just a game to him.
Yeah.
All of this suffering and death, just for a laugh.
That's Joker's MO. Well,
paint on the
villain one,
It's
yes.
made of a unique solvent mixture. I cross-referenced it with the chemical manufacturers in Gotham.
Ace Chemicals again? I mean, working it out based on the paint thing was how we did it before.
Officers are being sent to scout the locations.
Nice work.
We're going back to Ace
See what
Chemicals?
else I can find.
That makes sense if it ended at Ace Chemicals once again. Like all roads come back to there. You alright, man? I mean, obviously not because fucking look at everything, but fuck.
Oh, good.
Iman.
Destroying Riddler's blood. It was a terrible mistake. It escalated the situation on the bridge with Harley. Everything spiraled out of control into this. And now we have Joker. I see how I helped to create this monster. Now that I've seen the destruction firsthand.
They're still making a point how it's not just Batman, it's everyone. It's the power structures at play.
Waller, Harley, me. We all had our part to play.
A lot of people died today because of it. A lot more might die.
Ma'am, backup is here. We have EOD on standby.
So many
what are your orders?
I guess this is our opportunity to keep that from happening.
We gotta try.
Get EOD prepped for disposal. No one comes in here without my express consent. Batman. They say you should never meet your heroes. I'm pretty sure they're wrong.
Wasn't you meeting me and being here what created all of this? No? Okay, never mind. Hey, Waller.
So I heard. Good work. I've got Gordon on the other line. Says he has a lead, but he'll only talk to you. I trust you'll handle and report back. Patching you through.
Jim.
Hey, Gordon.
Batman. I heard some police chatter about where they could have made these bombs. I have a hunch. Meet me at the old Ace Chemicals factory.
There it is.
I'm on my way.
Your voice is stuttering a little bit there, buddy. Alright, so I guess we're going to Ace Chemicals now then. I mean, is this far enough in for it to be the end? I'm just trying to think of how far I was into it. No way. This video is at like an hour long and we did part of the previous episode. There's no way it's the end. It's similar, but it's not the end. I can't imagine the game's the thing's gonna end here. Like I can't imagine this is the final confrontation if we're already doing it. We haven't even had a chance to go back to the Batcave and read Facebook yet, which I don't think I need to because yeah.
Gordon.
What's up?
You came.
You called.
Yeah, well, I know you and I haven't been seeing eye to eye lately, so thanks. I just figured you had other things to do.
It's a lead, so I mean,
number of people who still pick up my calls on half a hand.
That's how this works. You call, I show up.
I know, but if you and me are sideways, you don't have to come.
If it's about saving people, I'm not going to put my emotions ahead of doing the right thing. unlike you. Alright. Let's walk into here. And inwards we go.
So, yeah, the reason we're out here. Apparently, this is the place where Joker and Harley replicated the virus.
It would make sense.
How did you
They
find
made
that
a
out?
shitload of it. Hi, Joker. Fucking no wonder your voice is
Please
stuttering.
don't make this any harder, Batman. You gotta understand, lives are at stake.
I mean, that's why I showed up. I guess you're actually putting your emotions, like, not ahead of the idea of trying to save people this time around. Hi, everyone. Like, this is a lot more people than he had in Vigilante. He has a way bigger crew. I can still take on this many people, surely. Yeah, let's fight! Yeah! Punch crap out of people! I mean, not like... I mean, I've fought Bane. This is nothing. Although it's apparently something that... No, it's nothing. Oh, come on, I didn't have a chance to block that one. Did someone just suplex Batman? I'm sorry, but did a random goon just, like, suplex Batman? You're shooting to kill there. I swear one of those bullets hit someone's head. Raw kick. Yeah, nice. Shoulder barge. Kick. Yeah. Did you grab his gun? I was like, ah! Oh, fuck. Flying Superman knee. Damn. Oh, yeah, Gordon's getting the shit beat out of him.
Gordon!
Yeah, Gordon being attacked is what's gonna make us fail, because we're gonna try and protect him. Oh no, we're just getting the shit beaten out of us too. These are random goons. How are they getting the upper hand on me?
Wait! I can't give a gift to my new friend if you beat him to death.
Oh, music stopped there. Fucking Christ, Joker! He's killing everyone. Hi, Joker.
Don't worry, I've got something else planned for you.
Ow. That's just dick.
Go on, don't be rude.
He hates that.
The map I promised. All the bomb sites.
That's a lot of fucking
marked
bombs.
with a smile.
You actually like
my gift for you, new best friend.
Best friend.
Isn't that right, Gordy? No, that nickname doesn't work. Jimmy. Jimmy here led you right to me.
There was no way we were gonna meet their demands. Joker offered me a deal. The bomb locations for you.
I'm surprised he's actually gone through with it. He's actually
sorry,
given them to him.
I had to do something. You've seen the devastation this virus can cause. If there were another way...
I understand you.
If it's me or
You
stopping a
did what you
shitload
had
of
to.
bombs, that's fair.
Take the map and get out of here.
You don't have to be angry about it.
you Jimbo. Run along.
You Jimbo?
Save Gotham.
I'm surprised you actually gave him the map. Holy fuck, you came through with it. I could have chosen the option you actually believed in, but I didn't want to be a dick in this situation. Okay, maybe not. Maybe he's not fucking going through with it.
I still have lots to
Fuck.
do before my other half finds out I gave away the map. Dump him in his car.
Every bone in your body.
Anger.
Holy cow! I think I just peed.
Joker.
I love your spirit, Batman, but you need to save it for what's to come. This is a marathon, not a sprint. That look right there. That's what I wanted to see. You know, Dr. Newman used to say anger is often a response to feeling powerless.
Yeah, that would make sense right now, wouldn't it?
Maybe that's why you're so mad? Because I'm on top. Because I have you completely in my power. Because the tables have turned.
Enjoy it while it lasts, Joker. When it's over, it won't be pretty.
Now, Batsy. Keep on like that, and we'll be heading for a timeout. Jimmy's just the first, you know. I have plans for all your friends.
All my friends, all of them?
Have to die. Just whatever hurts the worst. Gordy, you two will spend the rest of your days knowing what you had is poisoned.
Oh, you want to ruin all of my friendships?
Harley's gonna be upset, of course. She wanted the whole city to drink virus mimosas. Someone would have survived like Riddler, and she'd have gotten her serum.
That's why.
You think
Yeah.
she'll
That makes
forgive
sense.
me when she finds out?
I mean, you kind of doomed her to dying.
But nothing less would get Chief of Mustache to flip. I just had to have your staunchest frenemy betray you.
You get way more about mentally torturing me than like helping her.
That's not irreconcilable differences, is it?
She's gonna kill you.
The minute she finds out.
That is 100% what she'll do. This Harley cares way more about her own agency than anything else.
You always said I had a self-destructive streak, Dr. Leland. Thing is, Harley's perfect the way she is. And if she does get sick, I'll be there to take care of her.
John.
It's Joker.
Well, hasn't this just been illuminating? We laughed, we cried, it changed our lives. Just goes to show you can't trust anyone in Gotham, can you? But I know you'll keep my map secret. Because if you tell Harley, she'll just set the bombs off.
They do have a remote detonator, that's a good point.
Gordon's dreams of being a hero. And who wants that?
John.
It's Joker!
Yeah, he still gets that delivery.
Play dead!
Like, he just...
Good boy!
Like Harley's motivation is still her own personal agency, getting what she wants, and like that, like her whole bomb thing is that. I like Joker only cares about fucking with Bruce because he just wants Bruce to feel what he felt when he betrayed him. He wants to kill all of his friendships because Bruce killed the friendship with him. Like, he cares way more about the psychological part. Like, what he says, like, they don't have to die. Just whatever hurts the worst. Making them betray each other. Yeah, that's accurate. Alright, so we're back at the funhouse.
Like, it's not the greatest situation. It's nothing personal. It's just Bruce, you know? But I tell you what, I'll let you get back at him.
Your other suit wasn't appropriate for dinner. Wanted to keep out of the secret house.
Or I could just leave. You could let me go.
Oh, he's not talking. He's talking. Wait, Catwoman? Wait, what's happening?
Which will in turn trap Bruce forever. So,
what's happening?
3 whole seconds. 1, 2, 3.
She pressed the button to trap me? Just as I came in.
You did it.
Selina.
Bruce, it's...
What a dramatic turn of events. Bruce witnessed your terrible, awful, just despicable betrayal.
How did you get in?
Now, you kids play nice.
Oh, she still has the collar on. She'll still captured by the agency.
Like the other losers.
Who are now dead in here? Never mind. Bye, Joker.
I know
Hi,
it
Selena.
doesn't look good, but I wasn't just going to cut and run. I thought if I were free, I'd be able to do more to help. Or at least go find some backup to get you out of here. That's the truth.
I genuinely believe you.
You look a little dubious. You believe me, right?
Of course I do.
Of course I trust you.
Not believing friends is how I got in this situation in the first place.
Quite a scenario we find
Also,
ourselves
your
in,
hairstyle's
huh?
fucking amazing, and I've tried to replicate it in real life in my head. It
Are you
just,
just gonna sit in that
does
car?
not do
Or are
that,
we
and I am
getting out of
incredibly jealous.
Just
It's a bit like the ponytail with the two, like, fringe parts going down the front. I've tried to do that personally, and my head just doesn't do it. It makes me very upset. Handcuffs.
No way to pick the lock.
Fine. Tear off? Not that weak. Okay. Grab with the other hand. Oh, come on. This sucks.
Here we go.
I like how Bruce has experience with this. And she knows what she's...
Oh, I hate having to do that.
Said as someone who has clearly had to do it multiple times. Why am I pushing the stick to the right? Oh, because I'm sliding the handcuffs off. Okay. Oh, and yep, gotta push it back into place. Oh, that's fun.
Escape. 2 thumbs up. Get it?
God damn it, Joker.
Now that you're free, I can tell you. The key to escaping the room is... Well, it's a key. But hurry up.
That's a key right there.
Harley and I have quite a dinner party planned for you. It's a very special guest.
She's just like, fucking whatever.
The bars are electrified.
That's what happened to the other people who are dead on the ground? Alright then, a lot of dead people. Alright, first let's talk to you. What's up?
How did you end up here?
The agency nabbed me. From Waller with love. The Sanctus lab was so chaotic after the robbery.
Okay, so you got
I
trapped
let
the same
my guard
way.
down for 1 second and... collar. They threw me in a transport. Then the next thing I know, the truck's flipped on its side by an explosion.
That
They took
sounds like
all of
them, yeah.
us. I'm the only one left.
How'd all of the other people get electrocuted? Fuck. Alright. The key, stuck in there.
Can't escape until I get that key.
What else we got? We got dead people. There's a lot of dead people in this. Christ. She had to watch them all
get out of here.
electrocuted to death. Fuck. Like, what electrocuted them? I mean, I know the bar's electrocuted, but they're not, like, all electrocuted right next to us. So... I can push the button. Why can't I push the button? How would me what would me pushing the button do? Just like lock her in there? I'm not gonna push that button. Oh, Riddler cane. Oh, that's got a nice handy hook on the end.
That hook could be useful.
Yeah, cane. And now we get to walk around with it. Hey, all right, let us grab the thing. Oh, I gotta do this. Okay. Don't grab the clamps. That's incredibly dumb. Why did I think that would work? All right, let's grab it.
Great. Now push the key to me. I'll unlock the door between us. It only unlocks from my side.
She's telling the truth, but she can also take that key and get out, leaving you trapped and unable to help the other dinner guests. Because you know she won't.
Yeah, she will.
What do you say, Bruce? You going to trust a thief?
Yes, obviously. You're trying to make us turn against each other, Joker, and it ain't gonna fucking work.
You should know by now, Bruce. You can trust me.
Of course. Of course we can trust her. We're a couple at this point, I'm pretty sure. Oh, look at the smile, yeah.
How it's supposed to go.
Oh, he's mad. He mad.
You two like each other so much, you can fry together.
He's upset that friends didn't betray friends.
You cut the wire connected to the floor.
One of these agents tried that, but...
Well, we're gonna do something. Ow! Goddamn, we gotta stop touching shit, don't we?
Bruce!
Whoop! Yeah. Well, I came really close. You did it, though. Hey! We work together.
That's disappointing.
Joker, you can't make friends betray each other. Ha ha ha.
Death to really drive the lesson home for Bruce. Luckily, the next room is guaranteed to do just that. And it'll be even better with the stray tagging along. To get there, you two sweethearts have to go through the tunnel of love.
Bruce.
Aww.
Thanks.
It's all good. We can't say anything in response? No? Okay. Alright. Through the tunnel of love we go. Oh, filled with broken glass. Awesome. Hey, you're wearing a suit at least. It'll, like, wither the glass a bit.
What's that phrase?
I mean, like, it's not...
Mile over broken glass.
I mean, it's not that much.
Should be a piece of cake.
You could avoid this glass. I mean, the one stuck on the side might be difficult to walk around, but you could avoid this glass being careful. Like, there's not so much of it that it's the entire floor. You could definitely avoid this.
Bruce?
Damn it, Bruce!
Okay.
Like,
I'm okay.
you could just watch where you're going. You could have avoided that. Just watch where you're going. Dude, come on. That was avoidable. That was even a nail. It wasn't even glass. Come on. You could have avoided that. Also, what is with this game and fucking up people's hands? Seriously. What is it with stabbing through their hands here? Come on. By the time we get to the end of this, it's gonna happen to every goddamn character. Fuck. Oh, tombstones. Lovely. Man, they get to really show off the soundtrack in this episode.
Companion. No matter how alone we might feel, death is always waiting. These fleshy vessels, they are born to die.
Getting almost philosophical here, Joker.
And wrinkle with maggots. But something of us always remains. Our greatest accomplishments, our darkest sins. And the sins
For like a couple decades, maybe.
They never stay buried for long. Do they, Bruce? Better dig up the truth, detective. Or join the dead in silence.
Alright, what do we got? Can't talk to you. We got gravestones, we got tombstones.
Riddler. Lucius Fox. Martha Wayne. Thomas Wayne. John Doe.
John Doe.
There's such a thing as pacing, Bruce. Back to digging.
Fine, I'll dig the hole. Trying to make a point here. Well, then grab it. Use shovel. Okay. I don't know why to grab it. Okay. Whatever works. Lucius Fox. Fucking God, you are really trying to... Ugh. In loving memory of Lucius Fox, always in our hearts. Fucking literally! Oh, God damn it! How real is his heart? I mean, it's not Lucius's.
Pulling people's hearts out of their chests, Bruce. What's one more?
Sadistic fuck Joker. Christ. How real is this?
Something underneath.
See some familiar faces, Bruce? There's Thomas Wayne, your dear.
Look at him being all.
Joe Chill, you two met in Crime Alley that one time, remember? Bruce Wayne and Cad. And Batman, of course.
Look at my slick hair back.
In Gotham without him
And
skulking
Batman.
around. This is a good old-fashioned whodunit.
Who killed her?
Your suspects. The victims, as usual, are all around you.
Oh, that's a good line.
Face on the right grave, Bruce.
We've got 4. There's 5 of these,
I'll
though.
allow room for some interpretation, but not much.
So match them up to who did who. Okay. Wait, okay, so go back that way. Let's just read what all they are first. Lucius Fox. Father, puppet, stain. Cause of death, person. Thomas Wayne, father blamed for the first murderer. Alright, yep. Okay, do you want to go that way? Oh, I can just use left and right to do it as well. Okay, good. Riddler, mechanic, old, rude. Cause of death, Martha Wayne, wife, mother, accessory. Cause of death. And John Doe, diagnosed, rejected, reborn. Wow. Okay, so who killed who? Okay. Lucius Fox. Lucius. Well, Riddler's not one of the options, so it's probably Batman. Working for Batman is what caused the explosion.
Say Lucius Fox was in the wrong place at the wrong time, but we both know he was there then because of Batman. The man got spray painted across Wayne Tower from the Dark Knight. That's loyalty.
Oh, God. Yeah, you're driving the point. You said this room would drive home the point a lot more, and you're fucking not wrong. Who killed Thomas Wayne? Well, I mean, it's George Hill or Thomas Wayne, but I think putting Thomas Wayne on Martha Wayne would make more sense. George Hill.
I guess your dad being gunned down in front of you is something you don't forget.
Not really. Riddler. Well, I mean, by this point I know who it is, but we don't have a sticker for them, so never mind.
You're just
Martha
Wayne, string, aren't you?
Yeah. Martha would be Thomas.
Yes, the Wayne name takes another victim. His shady dealings got a loved one killed. Will history repeat itself tonight?
Oh, God. And I like how it pans over to Selena. It's just like, you could get Selena killed because you like her, yeah. And John Doe.
What's he trying to say?
John Doe is dead. There's only Joker now.
Yeah. Bruce.
Poor John was betrayed by his very own best friend. He gave his heart willingly, only to have it ripped from his chest, still beating and spraying blood everywhere. What a mess. I hope you're happy with yourself.
God. Really making a strong fucking point here. But
are there any left?
No, we placed them all.
What the hell?
Someone's in there.
Oh, this is gonna be exactly who I think it is, isn't it? Alright.
I can't get it open. I'll find something else.
Crowbar! Right next to us. Hey. And rah! Reef it off! Hi, Tiffany. Oh, there's a sticker in there of her. Of course. How'd Joker find out in this one?
I couldn't breathe.
I mean, she admitted it in the last one. How did he find out in this one?
I've been in there for hours.
How did you end up in there? And are you hurt?
Weren't you in Wayne Tower last time? I mean, they know how to get in there, so you're fair. And they did say they're going to go after you if I was, like, a betrayer, which I've now done that twice.
Alfred lost touch with you at the Ace Chemical plant. I tracked you.
Oh.
I wanted to help.
You tried to find me. Okay, that makes more sense.
I ended up here.
It's happening to everyone. Like, we're getting everyone involved.
It looks like...
It's her.
That's you.
So what?
Honestly, this is kind of a better reveal for the fact that she did it than it wasn't Vigilante.
I
hesitate to answer.
I'm not sure why.
What did you do? It's the same thing that I can say to Joker. The parallels between Joker and Tiffany keep happening.
Please, Tiffany. Say it's not true.
Joker's right.
Selena's gonna be pissed, isn't she?
I killed Riddler.
She's gonna be fucking pissed, isn't she?
You killed Riddler.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of it. And who are you?
Riddler's friend.
God, alright!
I came to this town to avenge him.
Riddler killed her father, Selena.
Yeah. This is Tiffany Fox.
This is Lucius Fox's daughter.
Yeah.
Tiffany.
Whatever will you do, Bruce? You're gonna have to turn Tiffany in because of your precious code. Turn her into your old friend Gordon at the GCPD. Wait! You got him fired. No, wait. He's not your friend anymore. He betrayed you. God! What a mess you've made.
So, I mean, like, I know in episode 4 he started by saying that justice is a joke, straight up saying it. The joke in this seems to be way more about friendship, though.
Wait.
Like, the thing that he's turning against Bruce and using against him is his friendship with everyone because of all the shit that he's doing. He's making life worse for everyone else.
Let's just concentrate on surviving this.
Completely dismissive of what you've ever of the whole thing, Tiffany. Alright. Alright. They're still doing a really good job of, like, driving home the idea of just Bruce and everything that he does as Batman is kind of making things worse. But instead of, like, making things worse, I mean, it's like making things worse as a whole for, you know, trying to help because hundreds of people are dead. But he's also just, like, ruining, like all of his friends are fucked because of what he's been doing. Like, it's still doing a really good job of driving home the idea. It's just like, Bruce being Batman, it makes things worse. Just worst case scenario compared to what it was before. Eh, the test your might thing. We're back in this room.
Welcome! Finally.
So
this is actually really poetic. He's doing this in this fun... Oh, she's still got the collar
Got a
on,
head
yeah.
explosion setting too. So play along.
He's bringing us here to end our friendships, or trying to. He completely failed with Selena, but got it working pretty well with Tiffany. He's trying to make all of our friendships end here because this is where our friendship ended.
Meal together these days.
Very poetic.
And since you care about these folks, well, as much as you care about anyone, you'll be a good little guest.
I can only be a
You'll play
smartass.
along, won't you, buddy?
Enough! I am done playing your games.
Then I better give you some incentive. There's worse where that came from. Believe me.
Oh, Bruce is cranky. Probably just forgot to eat breakfast. Let's get some food in you. Open up.
I mean, this could not be a bigger trap.
Put your lips on it.
This could not be a bigger trap.
Rude? We don't play with our food.
Thanks, Puddin'.
You're so good to me.
Aw, so even Maniacs can put. Alright, okay. Alright, they're just gonna fuck on the table. All for very different reasons. Their relationship actually makes like way more sense in this. They both still care about their own individual agency and motivations and everything more than they care about the couple. But like they're similarly aligned and similarly mentally.
I said that people would get hurt if you didn't come. Not the same.
Smartass.
You brought scones.
Steer clear of that one. Came out a bit charred. Well, luckily, Master Bruce has never been picky.
Yeah, subtle, Alfred. Subtle.
Want one? Wow.
Subtle.
This thing is real silver, huh?
Real subtle there, Alfred. I'm gonna not take that one because, I mean... Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Good.
The one on the right.
Of course, you want the best one.
That was gonna happen no matter what.
Wow. I just
Yeah, of course.
hitting you.
Since the guests are all here.
He would have done the same thing. I picked the burnt one. He would have been like, "Fuck trap, bam!" Or he would have shocked me with it. One or the other. The music's cutting out a lot in these episodes. There it
I'll have
is.
my pick of all of Gotham soon.
Hey,
so
I'm sure you will.
I'm kinda hoping the survivor ain't one of you.
Doesn't that look good? Old family recipe. Hope you're all hungry.
Looks delicious.
Sarcasm at the dinner table.
Oh god. If I mention it to Harley, the bombs might detonate early. I'm still not gonna do that.
Now, be a polite boy, like I taught you. Good. Good.
Screw you. Always get a chance to headbutt you. Hey!
Don't worry, dear.
Again, like the bombs detonating early is not worth it than just trying to piss him off. Oh, what's the plan?
No! I mean, not yet.
He doesn't want us to actually die.
Longer, right?
Right.
A game. 3 rounds, 1 for each of Bruce's friends. Let's get
Like
to
she
know
cares
just how
way more about
awful
trying to find a
each
survivor
of
than
you
actually mentally
truly
torturing them.
is.
But Joker cares way more
Think
about
of
that.
it as your last confession.
Oh wow. Okay. Why?
Raise a hand or lose it.
Oh, it's part of the game? Okay.
That's right. Fingers up.
They're really showing off the soundtrack as much as they can.
Alfred's going to get this party started.
Never have I ever.
Read it.
Never have I ever
To make everyone betray, to like
lied
realize that they're betraying
to
them.
a friend.
Oof.
Now,
Oof.
the way that this works is if you have lied to a friend,
Then just stares at
finger
me.
goes down.
Trying to make, yeah. All friendships,
I
yeah.
know.
Our
Your
friendship
dad's
died
a
by
crime lord.
trying to make
It's
Bruce realize
really
that all of
tough
his
to tell
friendships
it
are bullshit and trying to kill all of them.
Your turn.
We still get him hear him do his fake British accent every
Pretty
time.
simple rules.
Why you gotta death stare him like that while you do it?
And now, if you've lowered a finger, I get to do something terrible to you. Not you, of course.
Ow. Oh god! Jeez. Just pegging shit at everyone. I mean, you stabbed me earlier.
Huh. Never have I ever used a friend.
She hates saying
All
that.
of it.
Manipulated them just to get what I want. Made them think they meant more to me than
She hates saying
we both
this.
know where you stand on that one. Good kitty.
Aw. She hates admitting that. Because, like, she actually cares about Bruce. And it's like, oh.
Not you, Puddin'. You do you, hun. I got the cats.
Thanks, babe.
Bang!
Bruce!
Hey, that thing that was... Yeah, there it is. Tiffany, look. So that's more subtle than, oh, it's a burnt scone, but Master Bruce has never been picky.
Next up, Tiffany.
Oh. Nice. Now, how do I grab it?
Never have I ever. You know what? I'm not doing this.
Don't test us, lab rat.
Nice distraction there.
Test you? If I didn't have a gun to my head, I'd kill you just like I killed Riddler.
Wow!
And it'd be a whole lot easier. Because unlike you two, Riddler was smart.
Wow! Wow, she's fucking
think
going
the gal
for it.
Who fell into our trap just called us dumb.
Well, I mean,
we
I
hit too
just grabbed
hard
that
on
as...
the head. Or maybe not hard enough.
If there wasn't a 0.001% chance that you might survive the virus, I'd kill you right now.
Read. Never
That's
have
distraction.
I ever
Put your fucking... Put your
killed
neck
a
out there.
person in cold blood.
There it is.
Didn't know the Girl Scout had it in her, did
I mean, she
ya?
just admitted to him that she
Finger
killed
down, Brucey. You murdered John Doe. And it was as cold-blooded as you could
Oh,
get.
wait. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I
You're
didn't mean...
sorry? You didn't mean it! I worshipped you!
Hun, he don't matter. Not anymore.
You see what he does? Man, I really dodged a bullet, didn't I? You're a freaking mess. Look at these people you surround yourself with. Liars. Thieves. Murderers. And you think you're too good for me? So glad we're not friends.
God.
I'm done waiting.
She's just fed up with it. Hey, put the music back on. Yeah, cut. Cut it through the pre-serrated line because loading
got
into
what
different
you
models.
wanted,
Fuck
right?
it. Don't need to do that. Not necessary.
Yeah, I did.
Let him die a little sooner than the rest of the city.
So what's the plan?
Goodbye, Bruce.
Chuck,
Stop
come
her.
on. Don't let her kill me.
Wait!
You're actually
gotta
doing
be
it.
kidding me.
We've been having fun, right?
Things happening.
Stabbing him,
She's just like,
hitting
no.
him, emotionally torturing him.
Puddin'.
I can't.
She's not fucking having it.
Oh my god! Are you serious right now? I try so hard to make you happy, but you're never gonna get over him, are you? I'm
Nope.
gonna kill you!
Babe!
Even though Bruce betrayed him, Bruce is still the most important thing in his life, even more than Harley. Oh, she should have tried to kill him. Haha, fuck you.
He defused the bomb!
Yeah, I knew it was the yellow wire because I got to test it before. Shock Harley, she's probably got guns. Table flip! Oh, dramatic. Go, Alfred, nice.
Kill all of you!
Real authentic silver. Yeah, the chair doesn't stand a chance against Hammer, does it? Punchy! Yeah, yeah. Oh, not quite a punchy. An elbow thing.
Alright, you clowns. Time to...
Yeah, that's not great. What do we get? What's the plan with that? What's the plan with the shock collar? God, I don't have a bat suit on. This is going to be a much harder fight.
Let's start with the killing part. See how we go from there.
Still working together to kill us. Look at your double knife shenanigans you got going on. I don't have an arm, like I don't have any protection on my arms. Taking a hammer to the arms isn't gonna go as well as when I was in the bat suit. Tea party! There! Also, this seems like it's gonna be the final confrontation. Where it was on the final confrontation this time as Bruce, where we did it as Batman before. Which makes sense, because in the other one, Batman is the one that betrayed John by the ideals and everything that Joker looked up to in Batman. He ended up betraying and realizing weren't real. Aw, damn it, we could have gotten better than Sick Duck. Hey! We're better than Large Marge, finally. So, like, Batman was the one who betrayed Joker in the Vigilante one because of what he is. Where in this one, Bruce is the one that betrayed Joker and betrayed his friendship. What's it with Laura Bailey and kicking the fuck open out of doors? I love it.
You got it.
Like, it's still thematically appropriate.
The
Like,
moment I met you.
the difference between how you're finishing it makes sense because it's the relationship between John and Bruce is more important for the villain path, where it's more where the connection between John and Batman is more important for the Vigilante path. So that's how you do the final battle. Again, that's thematic choices and thematic differences between the two episodes to like highlight the differences in terms of like the themes of like how the characters interact with each other and what they mean and everything.
Then let's give it to him.
Oh yeah.
They'll be cuter with their brains bashed in.
Oh yeah. Fight of the couples, let's go. Rah! Like, the things that are similar and the things that are different between the two episodes, like, make the thematic ideas, like, very clear, and I love it. Also, these are two completely different episodes. There's no similarity. There's some areas that are shared, but for different reasons, and the scenes are completely different. I mean, like, we didn't even go to the church in, the other one, but whereas, like, we didn't go to the GCPD in this one. Or Plain Enterprise in the other one. No, good thing you had the hammer. Oh, God. What is it with me getting her shot in the arm? Chandelier. Yeah, let's just cut that and knock it right off on top of his fucking head. Ah! Oh, God. Nice and vicious and brutal.
Joker!
Oh, he's just running away.
I'll kill him. I'll make sure Harley stays put. Call me when we can do something a little less lethal.
and the applause, yeah.
This ain't over until I say it's over.
Bye, Harley. Yeah. Hey, she's doing the punch in the face thing like I did to Bane. Which super didn't work. Like, we're not even seeing Bane this time around. Agencies had way less of an impact in this one. Like, they're completely different. For completely thematically different reasons. But both appropriate within one another. Is this the music that kicked in when we did the final fight in Ace Chemicals 2?
Bruce. You
Hi.
need me. I'm the villain of your dreams. The shadow within your shadow. The tumor lurking in your soul.
The darkest part of me manifests.
You broke my heart, John. I did need you. I cared about you. But you took what I gave you and you twisted it into something ugly and wrong.
Because of me.
Ugly? Wrong? If you ever loved me, you'd see what we have now. It's beautiful.
It's still the final confrontation between friends. And they both, like, still wish they could have been friends.
Why so shy, Lucy? Come on.
Being very Dark Knight there.
Look her up.
Ugh. Like, this still sucks. I mean, like, I don't feel as bad as last time because last time Joker was in the right, where this time, like Joker's in the wrong here, but, like, he's become this, like, this is the consequence of our actions. Like, hey, look, it's like how, Catwoman was beating up Harley. Am I able to just not? I'm just gonna stop.
You should see your face.
Like, in the Vigilante buff, Joker was right in pointing out our flaws, and we were punishing him for it. Where in this one, Joker's the manifest of our consequences. And we're still beating the shit out of him. I don't feel as bad this time around, but it still fucking sucks. Wait, did we kill him?
Erratic.
Oh. That's why you brought the shock puck. Defibrillator.
Come on!
Holy shit.
Come on! Please!
Holy shit. Like,
no.
No. No. Fuck. I was wondering if they were actually going to do it there for a second. Fuck me.
You saved me. Why? You could have let me die. No one would have blamed you.
I'm not like you. I'm not a killer.
I wasn't a killer either, Bruce. Until I met you.
Isn't being Batman great? Haven't we
Remember
done
that
so much
night,
good in the world?
drinking frappes under the stars. You dishing out advice about the ladies. Me finding out you were the bat.
That was a very fun scene.
Perfect. You know, some part of me always knew. Someone like you'd never really be friends.
We're gonna get the same decision, aren't we? It's appropriate. It's appropriate.
But I wanted to believe it so badly. We had some good times. Didn't we, Bruce?
We did.
It wasn't all bad.
It's not friends or not, it's just, did you actually enjoy what we had?
Yeah, sure.
It's a slightly different phrasing.
Some
but
of it was fun.
Oh my god. Villain Joker has been pushed too far. He can't be saved. Vigilante could have. Because Vigilante was able to admit that what he was doing was wrong. He was the only person who did.
Good times.
Well, I mean, like, he knows he's doing the wrong thing, but that's why he's doing it, so... Joker will never forget that. Look at all the good we've done as Batman. Yay for being the hero. Yay. Oh my god.
You can sure take some punishment, Wayne. I'll give you that.
Still in the back of the ambulance?
Dish it out, too.
Like last time? Yeah.
I'm pulling my people out of Gotham effective immediately.
Yeah, like, the whole, like...
I want you to know
how awful the agency are basically doesn't come up.
Your secret is safe with me. After everything you've done, it's only right. I'll seal your case file for good.
Thanks, Waller.
Thank you.
We're not
For
revealing
all
that you're
people
evil
found
in
out
this
who
path,
I am.
apparently.
That's not going to happen. At least not because of me. Anything else we need to discuss? Or is this goodbye?
Oh, wow, okay. We had to ask for Selena to be pretty
Catwoman.
again, I guess.
I thought she'd be pretty high on your list.
Yeah, a little.
You two certainly have been close.
We're
I've got a
literally
collar on her
dating.
for now. But seeing how she put herself on the line against Joker, maybe I'd be willing to take it
Maybe? Come on.
as a token of my goodwill.
Just keep her out of Gotham and do what you... No, clear a
Catwoman has
criminal
a
record.
Sordid past.
This is even better than
Past.
just releasing her.
I'd
We got
say
a better
present,
outcome for her.
with decent odds on future, too.
I'll keep a lid on that, but give her a fresh start.
The fresh start is like...
Clear her
she,
record.
she keeps doing it
What
because of the
record?
way that it's... Her past
Anyone
like,
else you're
has, like
concerned
stops
about?
her from having a good future. Pretty sure she said as such. Oh, wow, we get to ask about everyone on this one. Okay. On the Vigilante path, we only got to call in one thing. Like when we're on the roof, where this, I guess, we get to do everyone. Makes sense, because we're not enemies of
And
the agency this
Avesta.
time around.
Is she going with you?
Poor Iman. You really got inside her head, didn't you?
I mean, you
I know
did.
it was her that destroyed Riddler's blood. She's gonna have to answer for that. I need to be able to trust the people who work for me. You get that, right? I can't let a betrayal of that magnitude go unpunished.
She can still
Let
come
her
work
come
with
work
me.
for me.
We discussed that
Find
in
her
the
a job
car.
at Wayne Enterprises.
Is that what she wants?
She should at least know it's an option.
She mentioned that she would
Okay,
like
then.
that.
I'll mention
And we still get him on working for us no matter
She's
what.
pretty fond of Gotham. God knows why. And of you.
I've noticed.
You know, she loves that steak place on Clinton Street. Maybe you should take her sometime.
Subtle, subtle. But I just also asked you to release
what
the
else?
actual person that I'm dating, so I'll pass.
What about Jem?
Unless they're all into poly,
Joker
which
hurt him
hopefully they
pretty
are.
bad.
Polyam, sorry.
They're saying he might not walk again, at least not without a cane. He
The
saved
fact that he's able
thousands
to
of
walk
lives
even with a
that
cane is
map.
fucking... both of his
Trading
knees are
you
shut
like
out.
that? He's clearly been taking lessons from the agency. I'm
I
inclined
honestly
to give him
can't
a
blame
medal.
him for that one.
Maybe his old title too, if he wants it. Tough old dog like him.
Retire,
He's good
never
for
was
a
a match
junkyard
again.
like
Or honored.
Gotham.
Jim
Fuck,
deserves
honor
the
him this time.
highest honor.
Fuck it.
Like always, he put his duty first.
He was a fuck up in a lot of cases,
I'll
but
see you
for him
around.
to turn around and admit it's just like,
It's always
hey,
possible, Bruce.
Batman, you sure you're
But I'll
like
tell you
not
what.
making things worse? And he
I'll be
admits
over
like
the
maybe
moon
I
if I
am
never
too.
have to come back to this wasteland.
But like, I
All
honestly
teams
can't
accounted
blame
for,
him
ma'am.
for the
Airlift is
thing.
en route.
Like, I'm not gonna
Thank
be
you,
angry at
Agent.
him.
I'll be right there.
You turned in
We were
me
able
just to
pick
save
up Miss
thousands of
Fox's
lives.
trail.
Oh, how fuck.
She's taken to the rooftops.
Oh.
Good. Stay with her until I tell you otherwise. Word is Tiffany Fox copped to Riddler's murder. Personally, I don't give a damn about what happened to that maniac. But I know how you feel about lethal force. I can bring her in if you want. Lay a charge on her. Unless that's something you'd rather take care of.
Oh
yourself.
wow, okay.
I'm aware of your
Have that
history
scene or not, I guess.
with her father.
Tiffany and
handle
I
it.
go way back. I'd rather deal with her myself.
My people will let you know where to find her.
My body's beaten
Take
up pretty
care of
fucking
yourself,
badly
Bruce
over the
Wayne.
course of all these days. We're ending with Waller on like good terms ish. So this is weird. Like, going down this villain path and getting a shitload of people killed, we actually got to help more people. We got to help Avesta have no repercussions for what she did with the Riddler's blood. We got to release Catwoman, and we got to help Gordon. Like, we got the option for all of them. We got the option for one. And we had to make sure that we remembered to call it in later when we did the other one. Like, we go down this villain path, and so much worse things happened, but we ending on the agency in a more peaceful term. We're ending with Gordon more peacefully. Like, things aren't as ruined this time around, which is weird. Okay, so I'm guessing this scene's the same. I'm gonna guess, yeah. So if that's the case, this scene and the last scene are probably gonna be the same. Which, in that case, I'll do these differently. As much as I disagree with it, I'm not gonna just repeat it for the sake of this. And hey, the ending of the villain episode seems to be that everything's fucking good. Waller has nothing bad happen to her. She ends peacefully with Bruce. Like, there's no ill will between them, despite Waller being like super evil and everything, and like that being kind of the point of the vigilante path. We had to help all of our friends as a result of like
Tiffany,
being here.
We need to talk.
Fuck it. Let's just
Yeah,
make different
I
decisions. Hi, Tiffany.
I made it.
Oh yeah, we
Thinking
wouldn't have seen
someday
this.
I'd
Yeah.
be fighting by your side, not running from you.
I was working up the courage to tell you.
Joker? He just
He guessed
it somehow.
That's a lame explanation.
Said he knows another psychopath when he sees one.
That's a lame
It was
explanation.
almost a relief to admit
whatever.
it. I'm sorry you found out that way.
Yeah, it was a
You
fucking
know I don't
traumatizing way to
condone
find out.
killing. Not even scum like Riddler.
I've been dreading this moment. Especially since I learned who you are under
As
that
I
mask.
said, you were still super
I was
willing to
afraid
kill
of what might
people
happen
as of
if
the
you found
last
out.
episode.
I guess I was hoping you never would.
I'm gonna be nicer.
Why didn't you talk to me sooner?
Fuck it, let's create another Batman. I'm gonna stay
I
Batman at the
wanted
end of
to
this.
work with
Fuck
you,
it, let's
to be
create
part
another
of your
one.
mission.
Let's cause even more problems. Let's
you
learn
kept this
absolutely
from
nothing
me.
from the hundreds of
A
people that
murder.
died here.
I know.
Let's
I'm sorry.
learn nothing on this one. Fuck
I knew
it.
this would ruin
Fuck it.
everything.
You were right.
Riddler tore my family apart, Bruce.
That still doesn't justify murder. I'm gonna say it doesn't this time
My
around,
mother hasn't
but
left the house
I
since
don't
the funeral.
believe it.
And Luke? He just lashes out.
Again, it's a difference between
My
self-defense
father's
like
death
Joker
broke
did in the Funhouse and cold-blooded murder like
broke
you
all of
assassinating
us.
someone from a bridge.
I
And like
won't ask
that
for
wasn't even to like
forgiveness.
save other people. You killed
I
him
hope you can
after he
understand
was
why I had
caught.
to do it.
Like it wasn't
I
even
just
trying to
felt
protect
so
people. He was
powerless.
caught and you just went
Like
BAM!
my life was crumbling around me.
And then
I
designed
had to
guns
do
later, so
something
no,
to
you...
take back control. Please tell me you get that.
Revenge is an impulse, one to be checked. I can't condone it. But I do understand it.
Fuck it, let's make bad decisions at the end of this. It's more appropriate for the villain path anyway to learn nothing from hundreds of
I
people
couldn't bear
dying.
it if you despised me.
Even though we kind of admitted it to Gordon before that, like we are kind of learning something. Fuck
So,
it. Let's end it differently.
where do we
These
go
scenes are
from
going to be the same.
I suppose this puts me on your most wanted list. Rather than us working together.
I'll actually answer this time. Fuck
if you
it!
want to fill your
New
father's
Batman!
shoes, you need to learn right from wrong. You need someone to teach you.
You're giving me a second chance?
I mean,
think of it more
like if
as
I
a
have to
sentence.
choose between this,
You'll
I'm gonna
have to
choose
work
this
hard
over
for your
like
redemption.
either try and help her to like kind of get better, or turn her into a hardened criminal. Like putting her in prison turns her into a hardened criminal. There's no fucking way around that, and that is just a bad decision.
Let's get started.
I mean, I disagree with this because, again, more Batman existing is not a good thing. Still don't get how this turns into a jetpack that seems to just come out of fucking nowhere. But more Batmen or women existing is not a good thing. I stand by my option that I made the first time around, even though the ending of the game said that's not the decision that I made. Even though it is. Not making a decision there was not trying to take her in. She mentioned that I should be thankful you didn't, so whatever ending of the game there. But I mean, if I have to choose between those two, creating a new Batman's better than making a new hardened criminal. Vigilante Joker turned out a lot better in terms of less people dying than villain Joker, so I'm not gonna turn around and make villain Tiffany rather than Vigilante Tiffany. And this scene's gonna be the same, yeah. I love how that bottle's there.
I was going to
like
write
the bottle
a
that
note,
Lucius gave us at the end of the first season.
Not a coward.
Good
At
way
least
to, like,
I don't want to
both
be.
Episodes,
Not
the end of
anymore.
both episodes.
Then again, this won't be the
Season
first time I found my courage in a single malt.
So now that we know how we're gonna end this scene, let's just be let's give the worst answers. Fuck it. Let's learn nothing. Nothing at all has been learned.
Bruce.
I'm not saying then just leave. I
It's
want to
time
actually
I went
have
in
this
search
scene.
of better pastures.
You can't leave me, Alfred. I know things have been hard, but they'll get
Bruce,
better.
Please, don't try and stop me. My decision is already made. Your protestations,
Which I can totally
well,
change.
They won't make things any easier.
But why?
This war of ours is not what it was when we started.
Almost like war's bad.
No
Almost like
longer
you
a
shouldn't
stop
do
for it.
war.
It's not sustainable. At least not for me.
So be my butler.
Take a back seat from the operations. Put your feet up for a while. Keep us stocked with cucumber sandwiches and tea.
And just stand idly by while your enemies rend you limb from limb? Do a little dusting while you bleed out on the Batcave floor? I don't think so. Our mission used to be so clear. Catch the criminals, lock them up. But nothing is clear anymore. At least not to me. Now everything has become so grey.
Grey?
Directly because, like, especially in this one, directly because of our actions. How many
We
people
used
died?
John
Hundreds?
Doe exploited his friendship to get you into the pact. We took advantage of someone you met in an asylum, for God's sake.
It worked.
Someone clearly challenged with a proven tendency to violence.
And it worked.
It worked,
Fuck
didn't it?
If you call citywide devastation a success.
Yeah.
You led John Doe to believe you were his friend.
He was.
Turning on him when he killed those agents, that pushed him to become Joker.
Yeah, we turned on him at his most dire moment.
Sometimes it's as if Batman creates the evil he means to destroy.
Especially in this case.
For all our
Especially in
good
the villain
intentions,
path.
I fear we only make things worse. A dreadful thought, I know.
You
but one
must
that
be
keeps me
drunk.
awake at night.
You must be drunk.
Is that, Alfred?
Not nearly enough. Anyone who comes into contact with us.
God,
suffers.
you can be
Lucius
such a
is
cunt
gone.
in this scene.
Tiffany
Oh my God.
has blood on her hands.
Maybe
I
this is
foolishly
why the
thought
decision
bringing
for
her
the
in
cow
might
was so
make
much
things
closer,
better.
because so many people
As
went
if
back
her
and made the second
enthusiasm
decision.
might remind us how things were in the beginning.
Everyone replaying
She
it
was
twice
on
but may
Joker's
have
guest
skewed
list
the...
because of her relationship to you. Selina,
Yeah.
too. It's a miracle any of us survived that ghastly dinner. But Joker certainly made his point.
I ruin everything for
The
those
lives
around
we
me
touch
and on
are
a
touched by
wider
pain.
scale too.
Friends, colleagues, innocents. No one is spared.
The cost of war.
That's a price I'm willing to pay. In
Maybe-
war, there are always casualties. But it doesn't mean you give up the fight.
I've served in my share of wars, Bruce. More even than you.
He's literally
there
a
are some
vet.
fights you cannot win.
Almost like you shouldn't do war,
One thing
Bruce.
is for certain, my tremors are gone.
that's great news.
And me being a standoffish
stopped the
arsehole in this
minute
scene
I
is
made
making
the
it way less
decision to
emotionally
go.
impactful because it's just
I
Bruce
thought it
being
was
a
the
dick and
kidnapping with
refusing to
Lady
learn.
Arkham that caused them. Some kind of
Which is the whole point. I'm
residual
doing that now
trauma.
because I want the scene to be different.
But I had it wrong. This sense
And also,
of
I think it's way more
powerlessness I've
fucked
been
up
feeling,
for
it came from
like,
something I saw in you.
where hundreds of people
The
died
tremors,
directly because
the
of
fainting
Batman.
spells, all
That
of
he
it.
then turns around and refuses to learn. Like he just turns around and
Don't
goes, "Well, that
blame
means I have to
me
do
for
more."
your hands, Alfred. You knew what you were getting into.
God, you're such
No,
an
no,
arsehole.
I'm sorry, Bruce. That's not what I meant at all.
God.
Let me explain.
I was an arsehole just then. You turned around and said sorry.
Your father was
Wow.
driven by an obsession, by a need to control. He rushed headlong
The idea
into
of
the
just hundreds of
darkness,
people died
thinking
directly
himself
because of Batman's
invincible,
existence and his
oblivious to the
actions.
cost. Just
And
like
then
you,
he
not
refuses
like
to
me.
learn. He's like, "No, I need to be
I
Batman
chased
even
that
more to
darkness
stop
away.
this." Like,
And yet, history is
Poetic.
repeating itself.
in a fucked up way.
I'm more certain of that with every passing day.
I'm being as much of an arsehole as I can.
Seriously,
Bad
Alfred.
person.
Does telling yourself stories help you sleep at night? The worse I am, the easier it is to leave?
That's not it at all.
Then what? Why compare me to my father?
Look at the way you're acting
Because
right now,
you
Bruce.
end up in the same place. Face down in an alley. Shot in the dark by criminals in some godforsaken corner of Gotham. I won't be witness to that. I won't bury you, too. I stood by and did nothing while Thomas destroyed himself, along with everything he loved. I enabled him, like I'd been enabling you. Realizing this, I've never felt so helpless.
This
I
scene is
wanted
still
things
fucking
to be
amazing,
different
by
for
the way.
you, my boy.
It's still
You
like the
deserved a
perfect
better
ending
life
to
than
these
the
whole
one
two
I gave
seasons.
you.
This is the fucking
I failed
best.
you, and for that I'm sorry.
We failed each other, Alfred. My obsession, my relentless effort to stop crime. I should have seen
still not
the
gonna
harm
learn
it
from
was
it.
causing you.
A father takes care of his son, Bruce. Guides him through the world. Not the other way round. Well, I don't want to miss my flight. There's always traffic around the airport.
I'm gonna make the decision that I hate the most this entire game.
You don't have to
But-
do it, Bruce. There are other ways of doing good in the world.
Like
You
doing the villain path in the
pour
first place,
everything into
seeing
your bloody
all the sides
crusade.
of this, I like
And I know you too
explains
well
more
to
of the
hope
game
you'll ever
thematically, I think.
change.
But this entire scene is fucking amazing. And like still like 60% of people don't like. There have been people in the comments who have telling me it's just like I think it's morally grey here, the decision and everything like that. And a lot of people are still just saying it's just like, well yeah, because Gotham needs Batman to stop the evil, ignoring everything in this scene about it's because of him that it's there. Like it's a really good decision here because it's amazing. Like all of this pleading and
right now.
People can still
It's
just
who
like
I am.
not buy into it. Like it proves that it's actually a very
always be
difficult
Batman.
choice.
And that will never change.
I know. Rubbish goes out on Tuesday, and there's lasagna in the freezer. I'm sure you'll manage.
Yeah, this comes across way more as like these two decisions are equal. This comes across very much as the two decisions here are like both as valid as each other, and the game's not testing you to see whether you've learned anything from this experience. Not at all. Like it is a test. It is a test. Everything Alfred is saying is 100% true and is reflected by like everything across the two seasons. Everything he's saying is 100% true. And it's just like, he can lay out everything thematically that the two seasons have done. And lay it out to you. It's just like, you being Batman's a bad thing. It's creating problems, and I can point to all the specific examples of where it's causing problems in almost every single capacity. It's been the thematic arc of 2 seasons of it. And yet still, the amount of people who choose the wrong option is like double that of people who choose the right option. It proves that it is a tough moral choice. That, like, it comes across, like, for me, it's a case of the game's going through a lot of effort to really drill this point home of Batman's not a force for good. He makes the world worse with his existence because of him being a massive, powerful figure that operates not in the best interest of the public by not considering it or not thinking about it, and by being something that has more power than everything else in of itself causes more problems. The game goes so out of its way and constantly goes and points it out. The entire thing with both villain and vigilante Joker is he's only like that because of Batman. Alfred's entire scene is pointing that out, and still double amount of people choose the wrong option instead of the right option there. To me, that kind, as frustrating and disappointing as it is that so many people, I personally believe, failed that choice. It proves that them trying to make that point as strong as they did was necessary, because even going as hard as they did trying to make that point, a lot of people didn't take that away. It proves how necessary it was for them to make that point. And again, anyone in the comments here can turn around and say anything they want about give up Batman or give up Alfred being equal valid choices, and how there's no morally right or morally wrong answer there. And I'm going to turn around and say I disagree with you. I'm going to turn around and say that I disagree with you. Anything you could say about there still being evil without Batman, or crime still exists without Batman, or someone needs to be there to fight off the crime. Any of those responses that you can give are countered by 2 seasons of this that turn around and say, but Batman's existence doesn't reduce this. Batman's existence doesn't minimize this. Batman's existence doesn't prevent this. And in certain situations, especially with the worst case scenario that villain Joker is, his existence can make it worse than what it was before. That's the entire arc of the 2 seasons. The game is testing you. Alfred lays out everything about it and says, you are causing the problems, they're becoming worse, and you're not solving anything. Here is all of the evidence of that, both in me explaining everything and also the game that you just played. It is testing you. Without question, I believe it is testing you. But it was necessary to test people, because even making it that clear,
You got that
a
look
lot of
in
people
your eye.
still
The
failed.
kind that says you're trouble.
You and 11.2% of players asked Joker to defend you from her. Alright, we're just gonna skip the ones that were the same. Harley fell in love with John when he came to her rescue on the bridge. She felt abandoned and enraged when she realized you were more important to Joker than she is. Which is extremely true. But also, on the flipbird of that, flipbird, I've read Jailbird, as I said, well, on the flip side. On the flip side of that, Harley's, getting the cure is more important to her than Joker. Again, I love this Harley Quinn because, she can still be in a relationship with Joker, but it's based on mutual respect and understanding and common goals and love for violence and, destructive tendencies and everything like that. But her relationship with Joker isn't abusive or, conniving or trickery and everything like that. Her existence as Harley Quinn isn't based on being manipulated or anything. Her existence as Harley Quinn is based on her own decisions, and she cares more about herself and her own plans, motives, goals, and motivations, and her own agency, way more than she cares about Joker. It's a fucking amazing Harley Quinn, the best I've seen, because it's not fucking villain damsel in distress. Basically, she's her own fucking person, and that is always her driving force. Even her being with Joker is just, Joker's actually very similar to me. We're both like-minded people, so I want to be with him. But someone else is more important to him than me? Fuck you, I'm gonna kill you. All of her decisions are motivated by her putting herself first and her agency first and her motivations first. And it's a fucking great Harley Quinn. I love it. Alright, how's it ending with Waller?
Thunderbolt! I'm the whole goddamn hurricane!
You and 35.6% of players have assurances she won't reveal your identity. She was relieved when you tried to apprehend John Doe and Harley on the Gotham Bridge. After everything you've been through, Waller knows better than to reveal your secret. So can you get to the end of the villain path and have her just turn around and still be your enemy? Like, if you are extra rude to her for, like, the entirety of this episode, and, like say shit like, better get a cannon ready, can you, like, have her hate you at the end of this one? Also, I like how, like, Waller being evil hasn't stopped in this path, but we haven't stopped her in any capacity, or even revealed it or acknowledged it, because there was a bigger one, kind of. So, yeah. Hey, Gordon!
Gotham's safety is slipping out from under me, and I can't stand it!
You and 5.9% of players lets Gordon refusing to be, reinstated. Gordon was disgusted that you saw Oak. Despite saving Gotham from Joker and Harley's bombs, Gordon can't forgive himself for betraying you. Interesting. Like, I turned around and said that he can have the highest honor that he wants, but he is still choosing not to go back. Interesting. Okay. I mean, like, out of all the decisions that you made, turning me in to, like, save thousands of people is, like, the one that I have the least objections with. You letting your ego and feeling of powerlessness make your decisions more than what's the best thing overall for the most amount of people is what I have issues with. You turning in Batman is you putting more people's lives ahead of Batman, also Batman can defend himself. Like, that's the thing I have the least issues with what you did, and that's the one where you have the hardest time reconciling it. Interesting. Hey, Catwoman! Partner?
I weighed my options.
On the prowl again,
what can I say? I don't like to lose.
You and 2.6% of players wiped away Selena's criminal record. People really do not like helping Catwoman at the end of this. Fucking Christ. Now that you had Waller clear Selena's criminal record, she has the freedom to decide her future. Which we're definitely becoming a relationship. At the end of that, she turned around and said, call me when we can do something a little less lethal. It's still very much going to be a relationship. It's amazing how low those two are. Like, how low this is and how low, like, helping her and the other one was. People, like, considering how many people did the big sex fucks with her in the first season, it's amazing how people didn't help her here. Okay. Quite surprising. Also, there's the whole thing, like, which like, back in episode 3, about her talking about how, like, when you're in the Batcave, and she's talking about how I like being with Bruce, because being with Bruce, I feel like I can be better. Kind of the whole point in, like, the big sex fuck scene in episode 3 of the first season was how neither Catwoman or Batman were necessarily better than each other. That whole conversation that they had before they did the big sex fucks was about how everything that they do, they still look at the end of the day and feel like they're not actually helping anything or making any progress personally or on a larger scale, and they both felt that frustration. Maybe that's what she means. Maybe she, like, because I like that. I liked that scene because it's, like, makes a point of just, like, Batman or Bruce isn't saving Selena. They're helping each other both become better in ways that they both need to become better, which is a functional relationship. I personally think you should, like, probably more focus on being better already on your own rather than needing someone else to support you there. But I can understand, like, a mutually beneficial relationship of two people entering a relationship to both bring them up to where they want to be, rather than two people entering a relationship where they already are and then improving on top of that. I can understand it. So it's just like in the first season, it kind of felt like they wanted to be together to improve each other, which, like, again, the end of season 5, end of season 1, sorry, at episode 5, you say to her, it's just like, why are you, like, why do you forgive me and everything like that? Why do you think I can be a better person? And he's like, because you saved my life. Because you're as good as me. Like, he doesn't turn around and say, I know you can be better because you have a strong heart, it's just, or anything like that. It's just like, no, I know that you can be better because you've done it. You are, like, I'm no better than you because you're already still pretty good. And you've proved that. And, like, it very much makes him feel kind of like it equals. in terms of, like, their ability and their self-confidence and self-worth and, like, how successful they are in doing what they are and everything. Even though, like, in her mind originally, she thinks it was like, well, I'm just a thief. He's, like, big Batman savior. And it's like, well, really, no. So, yeah. And it's like, they don't feel as equals in this season. As much. I mean, it's still a little bit, but not as much. So, I don't know. It's a bit strange. Like, I prefer characterization in the first season than the second, to an extent.
I won't let you down.
That's an incredibly high fucking number, and I'm not at all surprised. Tiffany's repenting for the murder of Riddler under your watchful mentorship. Again, I'm annoyed at this screen in the Vigilante playthrough. I didn't try to take her in. Her dialogue acknowledged that she was lucky that I didn't try to, but whatever. And again, I still stand by both of those options suck. Locking her away makes her a hardened criminal. Taking her in makes her a hardened Batwoman. Neither of those are good things. Especially, like, the whole Vigilante path proved that to a ludicrous extent. Even the villain path did. Like, guess what? Making new villains or making new criminals, not a good thing. Almost like you should abolish prisons. So, I mean, I disagree with that, but hey, I want to make different decisions this time. Which, now I can play off as, oh, that's why so many people failed that option. Because all the people who chose to, like, give up being, Batman, then just went and played it a second time and then skewed the 276 towards the other one. Even though that's definitely not what happened. Come on! Hey, man! That's dumb.
You're drawn to them, aren't you?
You and 27.5% of players got Waller to agree you'd give her a job. Though you told her it wasn't her fault, she feels conflicted about her role in creating Joker. I didn't tell her that it wasn't her fault. I said that she was one part of the fault, and there was multiple people at fault. That is not what I told her. I didn't tell her what's said on the screen, but whatever. She left the agency, is now overjoyed that she's joining Wayne Enterprises. Hey! So you can have that same outcome regardless of the paths. Alfred, where's
If a man
Joker
hides in plain sight for that long, does he forget who he really is?
I thought Joker was earlier. Maybe he's after Alfred in this one, because he's villain now. You and 58% of players let Alfred go rather than giving up Batman's crusade. Alfred left Wayne Manor, anguished that your crusade against criminals would consume you, which is very, very true. His outlook on Batman's influence darkened after John became the villainous Joker. Yeah, that would happen. That fucking happened. Yeah. We got hundreds of people killed. Like, again, so, I'll say this now. I definitely think the Vigilante episode's better by a very, very, very large factor. I'm not blaming the writing or anything in this episode of that. Like, this episode, like, the villain path and episode is still really good at getting across all the themes that the two seasons have been building up to. Batman's existence causes more problems. He creates more of the villains and everything like that. His existence doesn't make things better. It's either not helpful or effective or actively makes things worse. Plus, like, again, like, even though he says the line, justice is a joke in episode 4 in this, when he goes down this path, the actual joke for this Joker is friendship. Because the only thing, like, because in the Vigilante path, he looks up to Batman and everything like that and all of that, but his goals and views are larger. Because he looks up to Batman and it's just like, Batman has inspired me to become who I am, which is someone who fights on the side of justice. Just, he's the only one who's able to call out what justice is and actually isn't, unlike Batman. So his goals are larger than that. Where villain Joker only cares about Bruce. And he only wants to eventually torture Bruce because he wants payback, and it's the only thing left for him after his best friend turned on him. So the joke is friendship, and that's why, like, oh, by the way, our friendship is super dead because I've now killed hundreds of people. Anything that we had, you ended it. I've definitively ended it. Fuck you. I've killed people. We're done. Gordon? He's done. He betrayed you. Haha. Selena, she's done. She betrayed you. Oh, wait, no, you forgive each other. Fuck, that one didn't work. Shit. Tiffany, though. Yeah, she fucking killed Riddler. And now your code's like that. Like, the joke is friendship, which is still, like, it's still really good. And it's still really entertaining. And Batman's presence making things worse is still accurate and thematically appropriate. It can't get to all of the themes that the Vigilante one can, though. Which is, again, it's not necessarily they didn't do as well on the villain path as they did the Vigilante path. It's just what the Vigilante path is able to do because he's a Vigilante is able to get to all of those themes way better than the villain one can. The villain one is like more traditional, like Joker gets way more into the psyche of like how those two operate with each other and that level of obsession, and also painting a very, very clear picture of when Batman fucks up and how Batman can make problems worse. This is how much worse it can get. I think it's on its own, I think it would be a satisfying end to this season. It wouldn't, or it would be a satisfying ending to at least that part. It wouldn't be, like, just the villain path on its own wouldn't be as satisfying for the whole season and the whole 2 seasons combined as what the Vigilante path is. Because the Vigilante path, the joke is justice itself. And it's able to go through and point out how all of the power structures fail everyone and everything and make lives worse for everyone, and they're all hypocritical about it, and none of it's real, actual, helpful goodness, and Joker's the first one to call all of it out on its bullshit. Which has been the theme of the entire 2 seasons. Again, you start the first season with, oh, by the way, Thomas and Martha Wayne, massive criminals because they're fucking billionaires. The government, run by a bunch of hypocritic fucks. The police, they will turn into a police state and like become a terrorizing threat at the drop of a fucking button. Medical and health services, yeah, guess what? They're kind of torturing people because they're kind of just allowed to do whatever they want to with impunity. And then you get to this one, the agency, the feds, they're straight up fucking evil. They don't help situations. They honestly fuck up most things that they do, or actively choose to make things worse, like how Waller let them take Riddler's body and shit like that. They're not helpful, like, stopping threats from escalating. They create some of those threats from escalating in the first place by their mere existence and their actions, and that's why they're such a perfect mirror of Batman. Because Batman is often unable to stop things from escalating, or actively makes them escalate by his existence or by his actions. So that's why the agency is a perfect mirror for Batman, and that's why Joker has that line, I thought we were 2 threads in the same stitch, but it's not me, it's her, because he's super fucking right with that. Vigilante is able to get to the heart of the themes of the entire 2 seasons and compact them all together really well. Batman is not a force for good. He makes things worse with his existence. Yes, he's not the only one though. It is all of the power structures. Because like Harley, Freeze, Bane, Riddler, they weren't made worse by Batman. Well, I mean, if you talk about how Bruce went in with the Pact and then helped them achieve their goals, then yes, you could argue that it's that. But it's also because of the agency. Riddler existed before, like, fucking Bruce was even alive, the way they said. But they specifically mentioned when he comes back this time, he's violent and deranged and a psychopath, and he wasn't like this before. And it's because of the agency. The agency fucked up and made him worse. The agency operating Sanctus at all makes things worse. Cool. Now hundreds of thousands, or not hundreds of thousands, but hundreds of people can die in Gotham because of this virus that exists that wasn't fucking meant to, but did because of the agency. The plot that the Pact has to get the virus and make a cure, they only did that because the agency exists. If a problem isn't made worse or exists in the first place at all because of Batman, it's made worse or exists at all because of the agency. Every single problem in this season is like that. And that's why they're a perfect mirror to each other. And why the Vigilante episode's able to go, it's not like Batman's like part of this power structure that makes things worse, but he's not the only one. It's all of them. It's the concept of a single person or a group of people having that much more power over everyone else that causes problems in the first place or makes problems that already exist way worse. Villain Joker can really only do that with Batman, but it gets way further into like, the extent and the exact cause of Batman doing it. Like, villain on its own is alright. Vigilante on its own is fucking amazing and one of the best things ever. And I think having the villain side as a supplement to the Vigilante side is a good compliment, because all of the ideas, I mean, Alfred says at the end of the Vigilante path, we used John Doe, we turned him into Vigilante Joker and made him what he is. It is true, but what Vigilante Joker isn't that bad. He kills a bunch of people, and it's still bad, and it's still because of Batman. But it's all agency people. At that point, you can understand, like, they themselves are killing people and being violent. And he mainly wants to kill Waller, someone who's super evil. She doesn't deserve to be killed like that, because you don't just straight up kill people like that. Again, trust the system, even though it lets people out a lot of time who have a lot of power, because, yeah, power structures, which again, the courts in prison are its own unjust power structure. I mean, even the villain episode here in episode 4 points out, is just like, what the fuck is just about John's life? He was locked in an asylum, just fucking forgotten. Which again goes into the whole point of even health institutions having too much power is not a good thing and not helpful. So, I forgot what my point was. But yeah, having the villain side as a complement to the Vigilante side. Because again, Batman creates Vigilante Joker, yes, and that is still bad, yes, and people still die, and that is still as a result of Batman's action, or part of the responsibility for that is because of Batman's actions that led to that situation of those people dying, yes, and it is made very clear that it's because of Batman that this happens, yes. But then having the villain side as a supplement to that, where it's just like, okay, on the Vigilante side, yeah, he created Joker and got a couple people killed, and it was still bad and everything like that, yeah. But by Batman existing at all, if he does fuck up, his fuck-ups are really, really fucking bad, with hundreds of people dying. Having the villain side as a supplement to the Vigilante side makes the point that the Vigilante side tries to make about how those power structures can make things worse. It makes that clear by pushing it to the worst case scenario. Though the worst case scenario doesn't happen in the Vigilante side, but it makes it more clear that all the power structures are doing this. Villain side pushes it to just a single one of those power structures, but makes it clear how much that one alone can make things that much worse. And there's still little elements sprinkled through there about how they're making it worse. Waller escalating the situation on the bridge still a little bit by pulling in guns. Iman pointing out that because she destroyed the blood, that she escalated that situation. Waller allowing the virus to continue at all with Sanctus made that situation possible. It still has like sprinklings of other power structures that are still causing these issues, but it focuses mainly on Batman. If he makes mistakes with the amount of power that he has and the amount of influence that he has over these situations, can go really, 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 really bad. It's a really good complement to the Vigilante side. If I I don't know if accidentally is the right word. If I went onto the villain path the first time that I played this, it wouldn't have been as satisfying a closure to all the thematical arcs that the game's been building up to. It's just not as good at closing up all of those. But it's really good at complementing the other one, which, on its own, you don't need the villain path for the Vigilante path to be really fucking astounding at closing up those things. So, I'm still glad I went through and did the villain path. I didn't enjoy it as much as the Vigilante path, but I honestly kind of expected that because of how good the Vigilante path was able to cover all those themes, that it just can't do in the villain path because of the nature of Joker being a villain. So, you know. I'm still glad that I played it. The Vigilante path, I don't want to say necessarily is the canon ending, but it's the one that is more thematically appropriate. And also having, I'll point out this. One, the fact that they actually went through and made 2 entirely different episodes, except for the final, 20 minutes, which still gives you about an hour and a half of completely different episodes. Fucking bravo. That is... you don't see often when, our game is choice-based. Oh, by the way, this one choice can just mean that players miss like 1/5 or 1/6 of the game's content. And we're willing to do that because it's thematically appropriate and because it's exciting. That's fucking amazing. The fact that they went through that is really good. 2, if Joker could only go on Vigilante path at the end of this game, it one, wouldn't feel as much like your decision that Joker went down that path. You wouldn't feel as personally responsible and see how it is your decisions that make that happen. It would feel closer to pre-scripted events lead to this outcome, a la Lady Arkham. You can't really stop that from happening in any capacity or even affecting it, really. So having the ability to have different outcomes makes it clear that your decisions do actually have an impact, more than ever in any Telltale game. And it's really important here because the whole point is Batman's actions have massive repercussions. So really, like, it's really fucking well done that this is here. And it also shows that Batman's outcomes can lead to the Vigilante path. But if he fucks up, it can lead to hundreds of dying. Like, having both of those are really, like, having the fact that it can split at all, even if you don't play the suit, but having the fact that it can split at all drives home the themes of Batman's actions having real consequences on making things worse. So much more powerful, and it's fucking amazing. Again, I didn't enjoy this personally as much as the Vigilante path, but its existence alone makes me enjoy the Vigilante path more, and it's a good complement to the themes of the Vigilante path. The Vigilante path is still, I stand by, like, one of the best things I've ever fucking seen. I don't know if Enemy Within, including Same Stitch Vigilante, would make it into my top 10 games ever, but fuck me, it'd be close. Ah, there he is. Coming up off the ground. Nice introduction.
We're two threads in the same stitch, bound together. Even under strain.
Even under strain. I love that line so much. Best enemy, John Doe. You and 31% of players agreed the two of you had good times together. When you betrayed his trust, John realized his full potential as the villainous Joker. While he appreciated that you shared some good times, Joker showed it with a knife to the gut. Best enemy. Like, you beat up Joker at the end of this, and it's just like, I've caused this problem, I have to stop it, and it fucking sucks that the problem that I've caused is my best friends. In Vigilante Path, you're beating the shit out of someone who is right. Like, he's not right in this one. I mean, like, you did betray his trust and everything, but he wants to show, like, he wants revenge more than anything. And it's just like, I'm gonna kill everyone. Because I'm gonna make a point, because I want you to feel the way that I felt, and this is how I do it, because you're a different person than I am. Where in the Vigilante path, like, he kind of wants revenge, he wants to kill Waller and everything like that. He has his own, like, personal sense of justice, which in some aspects is kind of revenge-like, because of, like, look at the way that he tries to kill Bane. But outside of wanting to kill people, all the things that he's saying about the concept of justice and what is happening, he's right about all of it. And you still have to beat the shit out of him at the end. And that one's more emotionally upsetting than this one, but it's still upsetting in this one just for slightly different reasons. In this one, it feels more like failure. I was trying to be Batman and save everyone, and I failed. Or in the Vigilante path, I tried to be a force for justice, and I tried to help someone realize that. And I failed, not Joker, but myself and everyone. Because I'm doing the wrong thing. Where in this one, it's more a case of, I've already done the wrong thing, and that fucking sucks, but I have to fix it. Like, beating the crap out of Joker at the end of the Vigilante path isn't fixing a problem that he caused. In the villain path, it kind of is. Again, the game's still fucking amazing, and I really, really, really enjoyed it, and it's so goddamn good. The Vigilante path is better. But it was going to be. It had to be, basically. Which, you also see the statistics at the end of who fought, of like how many people fought who. And more people did fight Vigilante Joker, which is good, because it means more people got the more satisfactory episode, I personally believe. But, hey, you can always easily just go and do both, if you're willing to replay, like, an hour or so of episode 4. You and 64.8% of players refused to shake hands with Joker. That makes sense. You and 23.3% of players were betrayed by Gordon. How do you have that go where you're not betrayed by Gordon? I assumed Gordon betraying you was like the whole point. I thought the whole point was that Gordon betrayed you and that was him making his friend turn on you. And I was in the what is it? What does that scene even mean if Gordon doesn't betray you? How do you avoid? Do you just not be a cunt face to Gordon? That may be it, honestly. But wow, okay. I didn't even realize that was something that could diverge. I thought the whole point of what Joker was doing there was to force Gordon to betray you. So how does he not betray you? Like, because you've obviously still got to get captured and up in the funhouse and everything. How does he not, like, what? How does that scene play out differently if he's not betraying you? Is he not there? How does he get the map then to save people? Okay. Didn't realize that was an option. Did you determine the fate of others with Waller? You and 95% of players had Waller use her influence. You can just turn around and say no? Wow. Why would you not help them? It's weird. Okay. And there it is. Again, I'm just going to lie to myself and say that the reason that the giving up Alfred option is higher is because people replayed it like I did and affected it like that. I don't believe that, but I'm gonna lie to myself and say that's what happened. Like, it's not a massively different percentage in that, like 45 to 55, but hey, more people got, I personally believe, the better ending. Okay, so with that, oh, I guess we get the selfie still. Well, there's still the final cutscene, but before we press continue, because this is now the actual end of this, that is the end of Batman Telltale. Because there's no fucking way in hell there's going to be a season 3. And if there is a season 3, it will kind of undo the thematic ending of this season by ending so perfectly as an ending to all of it. How the fuck could you even do a season 3 if you gave up the concept of being Batman, unless he goes back to being Batman, in which case that would undo both seasons. So, like I'm not gonna turn around and say season 3 most definitively won't exist. If it sold well enough and the need for money's there, they might do it. Who the fuck knows? We're in a capitalist society. You can turn around and betray your art for money. That's a thing that happens a bunch. I'm not even necessarily saying it's a bad thing. Hey, if you need the money to fucking survive, I'm not going to, like, hold it against you that much. I won't be playing it. I won't be playing season 3 if it comes out. I'm not even joking about that. If they do make a season 3, I probably won't touch it. Because I don't see how a season 3 could happen that wouldn't ruin this season. And there's nothing that they could do in season 3 to follow this that would be so enjoyable that it would be worth ruining season 2. So if it does exist, you'll never fucking see it here, and I won't fucking see it. So hey. But with that, that is the end of Batman Telltale, a whole 2 seasons of it, and replaying the final episode twice. What a fucking ride. This has been amazing. I went into the start of Batman Telltale with not that high expectations. I kind of like expected to enjoy some of the characters and the dialogue and everything like that, because it's Telltale, and even in their badder games, they're still usually alright with that, or at least it be bad enough that it's laughable, like Walking Dead Season 3, because oh boy, Walking Dead Season 3, and many aspects of Walking Dead Season 2. Oh boy, leave a comment down below. Do you think Walking Dead Season 2 or 3 is worse? Because I have conflicted opinions on that. Walking Dead Season 3 is just bad because it just fucking sucks. Walking Dead Season 2 is bad because it's frustrating. Like, Season 2 is just frustrating because, god damn it, move on! And god, everyone here is just annoying. Season 3 just sucks because it's just shit. Because it's just laughable at just like, this makes a fucking sense. Everyone here is stupid. This is dumb. So, leave a comment if you think Walking Dead Season 2 or 3 is worse. But hey, we've now learned since then that, hey, big parts of that is because of the way that the two people who were leading Telltale were kind of forcing everyone to overwork themselves to absolute fucking death, and also to push their very, very strict way of doing narratives onto every single person and make it only do it their way, and that's why a lot of their games suffered. And then they actually got rid of those two people, and then their games improved. Especially, like, I think it started with Batman Season 1 or partway through Batman Season 1, but definitely those people would have been gone entirely by Season 2 of this one, and this is fucking amazing. So, hey! Almost like when you've got people at the top of your company who have all the power, things get worse. Almost like workers should seize the means of production at their work to make better products. Fucking go buy Dead Cells too. Go buy Dead Cells. It's made by an actual socialist company. It's fucking amazing. What was that point? Right. Batman was my point. I've been very, very adamantly socialist throughout both these seasons. Of course, I'm going to end it by mentioning something socialist. No. So yeah, I went into this with not massive expectations. They were all blown away. The level of, like, interesting interplay with the characters, how they're able to subvert certain characters and tropes of Batman to really flip it on its head and do it in really fresh, interesting ways. The way that even the characters that aren't flipped on their head, they're still able to keep, like, still interesting and everything like that. Like, Catwoman's fairly standard Catwoman, but still fun. But, like, Joker and Harley and Thomas and Martha Wayne are completely fucking different to what they were before, and it's fucking amazing. The amounts that this game's able to use Batman and how Batman does everything, and, like, the broader concept of Batman, like, causes the problems that he's trying to fight, which is present in a lot of Batman fiction. But the fact that this is able to use it to such a strong extent because of, one, your personal decisions, and being way more literal about causing the issues, like in the Arkham games, there's, like, the ideas of just, you created Joker because you existed, and then, as Gordon said, you exist, you set the bar. And that's why Joker appears in Arkham games. And that's very much the case there. And it's still good. Like, it's still getting the idea of just like, hey, Batman being Batman makes things worse because he's big, thing like that. Because this game's able to be way more literal about the fact that Batman causes the problems that he's trying to fix. And by not just Batman, but anything with power causes more problems to their existence, the way they do things. And by being so much more direct with it and being way more blatant about this is what it is able to deliver a much better message on that, and a much more broader message that isn't just... Like, the Arkham games kind of don't really escape beyond Batman is bad, and that's it. And even then, the games kind of make it the case for... Yeah, but everything's still fucked. Like, the Arkham games are super supportive of the police still. Like, I don't think the police make a single fucking mistake in all those, outside of they can't stop everything. I mean, like, there's the government who kind of fucks up things because of the whole creation of Arkham City itself and everything like that. And it's like bureaucratic incompetence with Arkham Asylum to everything like that, which feels more like an anti-government thing rather than an anti-power establishment thing. Which I'll make very clear here. I'm not anti-government. I'm anti-current ways that government establishes themselves. I believe that the government should be an extension of the public, not a separate entity that controls the public, which in most countries is very, very much how they operate, where the government should be way more directly influenced and controlled by the public themselves. It should be an extension of the public, not a separate thing. But that's an entirely separate conversation. But it's able to be, this game's able to be way more direct and get its point across way more clearly, way more broadly to all forms of power, and to be way more accurate with it in terms of how it does those, and deliver a stronger message for it. And it's fucking amazing. I did not expect that from a Batman game, to have so much social commentary that extended beyond just Batman, but it fucking does, and it's great. And like, these 2 seasons are Telltale's best work, and I'm including Walking Dead Season 1 in that. I'll admit I haven't played, like, Telltale's earlier works from, like, before Walking Dead, where they were more like the puzzle adventure types things, and less of the Walking Dead onwards, the more visual novel type things that they have been going for, which, by the way, this is a visual novel. It's unquestionably a visual novel. I remember having that argument with someone, not on YouTube, but somewhere else, about, like, whether these games are visual novels. I'm just like, they're fucking visual novels. They explicitly are, I think, but that's a matter of argument genres, and the only reason they were saying that it's not a visual novel is because they think visual novels are lame, and they just want something that they enjoyed to be a visual novel. But that, again, separate discussion. This is amazing. It's fucking really good in so many ways. And it has its issues of, like, the message of its power structures being somewhat muddied sometimes, which some of the ones in the first season where it was muddied get fixed in the second one. There's still some issues with, like, how it views female characters. Like, there's a lot of good female characters in this. Like, Harley is still a really good example. Catwoman has her own agency and everything like that, but, I mean, every female character except for Waller and to an extent Tiffany are kind of bisexually, even when it doesn't make sense. Like the whole idea of like there's a possible relationship kind of thing with Amon, I find weird. I don't think that's necessary. Like her admiring Bruce, I can understand because it drives into our idea of just like questioning Waller because she appreciates someone else who does things in a different way, and like I can understand appreciating that. I still think Amon should have a concept of just like, she kind of goes from just, I don't like Waller and what they do, but I love what Bruce and Batman do, and it's just like, but they're a mirror of each other. So I find Amon's characterization a bit weird, even though I think like her arc is a bit weird, even though I think as a character I think she's actually pretty cool. Catwoman, like, there's obviously like the whole sexual thing that they have. I'm honestly fine with that. It's done pretty damn well. It's just some of the things of her thinking her lesser than Bruce sometimes, but not always, that I think is a bit odd. At the end of the Vigilante path and really everything, why is it gonna be the two black women that Joker wants to kill, huh? Why is it going to be the two black women that are meant to be like the evil people that aren't Joker who are turning around and just like killing people in cold blood? Why is it going to be the only two black women in the whole thing, huh? Why is it going to be them? That's weird. So it has its issues, and again, even at the end of the Vigilante, or I say Vigilante because that's where I gave up being Batman. No, in the give up Batman thing, there's still the concept of, I'm sure the city could use a man of my talent and resources. It's still kind of giving into that idea of, because Bruce, I guess, is rich, he can fix problems, and that's a good thing, where billionaire philanthropy is, like, ineffectual at worst and actively damaging, not helpful at best, or not as ineffectual at best and actively harmful at worst, because the average billionaire doesn't know how to fucking help in a situation. Cough, cough, Elon Musk's dubstep coffin. Ends, cough, cough. Billionaire philanthropy isn't as helpful as stopping the concept of billionaires existing at all. And, like, there is that side of it where it's just, like, the way that he says he's gonna do good in the world is by being rich. As it's like, that gets very just like, no. The concept of billionaires existing is still a bad thing, and that doesn't help. But it is countered with, like, you can say that he wants to build a better Arkham Asylum, and he was building the Thomas Martha thing. He does generally want to do things that help, like, the actual marginalized and powerless in society. Outside of being his Batman things, he does have those moments of wanting to do that. And there is everything with Maury at the beginning of this game of, hey, he's a billionaire, and everyone sees him as a nice philanthropist who gives a bunch of money to everyone. But he's still kind of a scumbag. And it's just like it's a nice reflection of what Bruce Wayne is right at the beginning there. And then you get that fucking amazing line that I love in episode 2 of the first one, where it's just like, Alfred, did you know my parents were criminals? And Alfred is just like, they were billionaires, Bruce. What did you expect? I love that line. It's so good. So like, any of the parts that are like kind of muddied in its message or anything like that, there's usually compliments sort of just like, oh no, they kind of get it there, but it's kind of not as cohesive. But considering how much it gets right, and even the messages where it doesn't quite get nice and smooth out or have kind of awkward implications for them, there's other moments across the game which kind of like sidestep or avoid those like things a little bit. So it's just like in terms of how this game tries to address its social issues that it does, like mainly in terms of power structure versus marginalized, which the marginalized don't come up as much in this season, but there's a even bigger focus, especially in the Vigilante path, of how much the power structures are the issue, where the first game also focuses on how the marginalized have been fucked over by those power structures. So the two sides complement each other really well. Like, and that's overall the main thing of both seasons combined. It gets like it 80 to 90% of right, like it gets it 80 to 90% of it right most of the time, and then there's like a couple little failings here, but even those little failings sometimes have like little moments that are kind of just like, well, not quite, and like, so it's just like tiny little bits of the message are muddied, but not that much, and way the fuck more than most other things. Most other things don't address the concept at all that power structures existing where individuals or groups have factors of multiple times, sometimes in the hundreds of times over compared to the average person, are inherently bad and make things worse for people as a whole. Most games, most media doesn't cover that concept at all because they're usually bankrolled by those people in the power structures, so they're not going to do that. I don't know who the fuck funded this, but they were willing to fund something that gives off a pretty, like, strong anti-establishment message. So, fucking props to that. This was amazing. It's fucking amazing, and I love it. And props to every single person who works at Telltale whose name's in the credits, and especially the writers for doing... Oh, one thing I will say, someone showed me. There's actually an amazing moment, and like, it just gets the whole idea of just like, I've had some people say, it's like, you're reading too much into the social commentary of this game, and I'm just like, there's one scene that I can point to where no the fuck I'm not. And it's not even to do with the other social commentary, but it's a small piece of social commentary that does exist that proves that they know what the fuck they're doing. Even though it's not about the power structure, everything like that. But it's a small piece of social commentary that shows that, no, they're purposely knowing that they're doing this, because it's in a small subset where it comes up. It's in the big sex fuck scene with Catwoman in the first game. If you have a point where she's coming onto you and everything like that, you can accept her advances or rebuff them. People are telling me that if you do rebuff them, she doesn't get angry at you, the game doesn't try and punish you. Catwoman's just like, alright, I understand, we're still friends, we're still partners and everything like that. The game doesn't go, oh, you didn't have sex with me? Fuck you, you're shit, you suck. The game doesn't try to guilt you into not having sex, which, awesome in of itself. But if you, like, don't give her an answer and you stay silent for that, the game will get to a point where Selena straight up asks you, it's just like, do you want this to happen? Do you want us to take this further and do the big sex fucks? And then the game comes up with a straight up yes or no response with absolutely no time limit. Just to, even in that scene, with a small subset of people, like 95% of people did the sex fucks with Catwoman. So like in that 5% of people who didn't, how many of those people would have been people who didn't answer at all or did the silent option, and then she turns around and it's just like, if you don't say anything at all, yes or no, Catwoman will straight up ask you, do you want to? And the game gives you a yes or no answer to give without pushing you with a time limit. The game, like the writers are purposefully knowing that in this sex scene, they want to make affirmative, enthusiastic consent and being able to, like, say no and make that message clear and then have the other person respect you for that and not get angry at you. They made sure that exact thing happened for the small subset of people who would have that option even come up at all. And that is fucking amazing, and it is so good that they even considered that option and they put it in there. And, like, it is, like, the affirmative consent thing is not in your face at all. Like, it's like, I'm an avid believer of, if the part of, like, if you are going to have sex with someone, if you're one of those people who says, oh, what, you have to fucking ask and get consent and everything? If you're that type of person, you are not mature enough to have sex, and get the fuck out. You do not deserve to have sex with people. If you think asking them if they want to is too awkward or weird or immature or ruins the moment, because you're either a rapist, a date rapist, unaware that you're a rapist, or you're not mature enough to be having sex. Like, emotionally, you're not ready to have sex if you think asking whether the other person wants to is too awkward. I'm a firm believer that asking for consent is one of the sexiest parts and is one of the single biggest turn-ons that you can have for it, and it's just a matter of doing it right, and it's not even that difficult. You can ask for consent in a sexy way that is, like, drives the passion up so much more. Like, So, but like the idea, like, we have a sex scene in a game where you can either say yes and like the straight up saying yes or no with the direct question doesn't come up because they've both given dialogue that says yes before that. Or you can say no and then that happens and then she respects you and doesn't try to guilt you, or the game doesn't try to punish you for not having sex with her. And then if you give an ambiguous answer, she straight up asks you and then you give a direct answer so she knows what to do. That's amazing! Oh my god, how do more games not do that? God, like, it's not that fucking difficult. It's not that difficult in real life either. But, like, that existence of that scene alone, with such a small subset of people even seeing that alone, to me, that is a pretty big solid proof that the people who are the writers of this game are very, very aware of the social commentary and, like, impact of what they're writing and what it means. So I don't think I'm reading too much into this when I talk about all the power structures. This game is amazing. It is so good. And it's amazing that it's able to do everything that it does in terms of social commentary of power structures through the lens of a superhero Batman thing. I mean, Batman's one of the easy heroes to do that with, but they do it really fucking well, and I love it. And oh my god, this game is so good, and massive congratulations to everyone at Telltale. You put out something really fucking amazing with this, and you did really well, and I apologize for the fact that you probably had to do massive crunch hours to get this out because of the way that episodic content works, whereas it's like, you're basically on non-stop crunch time because the crunch is the moment up to release, and then you're releasing the same game basically 5 times in a row because of the way episodic content works. So you basically entered crunch 10 times for this, and probably had double crunch for the last episode because it had double the amount of content, and I do apologize that, like, we live in both a world and the games industry is how it is, where crunch is such an accepted, just assumed part of it, where that just happens, and I apologize that it comes out that way. But you did a really good fucking job, and I hope that even after all that crunch, you can look back at the product and know that you did something really, really amazing. Because you did something really, really amazing here. It's really, really well fucking done. Whether it's worth all the stress and trauma that everyone put themselves through crunch, only they can answer. I can't. But you did really well, and I genuinely commend you because I've only ever played one other game that gets its thematic themes across as well as this game does. I wouldn't even say it necessarily does it better, but as well, and that's Nier Automata. And Nier Automata touches on a thematical theme point and everything like that that isn't as relevant to current society as what this is. So I mean, like, I'm putting you out there with Nier Automata, and believe me when I'm saying that, that is an immensely high fucking praise. So thank you to everyone at Telltale. You did really fucking well here. I feel like I have to go out of my way to say that for this because I'm just in awe at how well they did with this in so many different ways. So, with me crapping on this selfie cutscene thing for like probably 40 minutes or so, I feel like the episode itself was probably about an hour and a half, and then I've doubled the length of that just because I'm talking about how amazing and good the game is at the end. With that, this is version 2. I'm not going to say signing out or anything. Well, I just did that. Let's just watch what the post-credits cutscene will be, and that is the end of Batman Telltale. I really enjoyed this, and I'm kind of upset that it's over, but the ending was really good. I don't want any more. Please don't make any more. I'm upset that it's over, but I'd be more upset if it continued and ruins what I've done. So, know when to end. Don't give in to capitalist demands of needing to make money. Back at Arkham, yep. He's laughing to himself. He's enjoying it. He's back in here, but he's not gone back to... I mean, his hair's gone back to John Doe, but he is still very much Joker.
We had so much fun, Joker. I just couldn't stay away.
I knew you wouldn't be able to, Bruce. Let's get you ready.
And so the cycle of Joker and Batman fighting will continue. The cycle of death continues.